Like in a meta sense, a softball's boy pussy is super straight.
And we live. What's good? It's Game Talk. I'm Gangster. I'm here with Brimstone, aka Digital Fracture. Brimstone, aka Digital Fracture.
What, you guys, you don't hear me?
I hear you
didn't
now.
say anything.
You didn't say
Yeah, I
anything for.
Yeah, I did. I said hello. I said it in a weird voice.
You-
Like
you
nobody
didn't
heard
know.
me.
Anything.
No, yeah, you were just silent for like 5 seconds.
I
Oh,
thought it was
shit.
like I thought that what was this thing? He's gonna be like, oh, did you say something to me?
He's copying blue, right?
Yeah.
Meme Chan,
funny.
aka Yeetus Deletus,
Yeah, that's me. Let's go, gamers.
and my man Blue.
Yo.
Yo. How's
Thought he said
everybody?
Joe.
Joe. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
It's all right. It's going.
Tight.
It would have been a normal day at work today, but then great things happened and
So
amazing
he's,
things. Yeah, actually, that's literally what came out, and my entire day was made.
Literally brain dead, but okay. As
How?
long as you had a good day, my friend.
I don't know. Apparently, you have bad taste in anime. Oh, Mr. Oh,
I-
I guess something's not good.
I never
This
said
is-
it's bad though. I just I don't care for it. Like, bro, do you?
What show?
Kaguya-sama.
Kaguya-sama.
Oh, I still haven't watched
Like,
that.
I never said it's bad. Like I
You
know
watch
I
anything.
know the basics of it, but like
Dude,
not
I watched
interested.
10 times the anime you do.
Cap, what do you watch this week?
I don't watch anything this week.
Cap, yeah, that's what I thought. Guess who
But I've
watched
still-
5
I've
episodes of
s-
One Piece this week?
I've still
Only
got a
5?
list of like
Pathetic.
500 animes that I've seen that you have not seen 90-something%
Yeah, 'cause
of.
most of them are in. Got him.
Yeah, you don't even know that.
Bro, you so brain dead, but like, all right.
Most of them are mid. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only stuff like Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop. Oh, no, you've seen Cowboy Bebop, but Fate Stay Night, fucking yeah.
You're not
Fate
even
stayed
involved.
these nuts in your mouth.
I'm more involved in Fate Stay Night than you, so.
Yeah, except I was the one that introduced you to it.
Yeah, but who plays the gacha game and spends money on it? That's what I thought. Anyways.
Oh, is
That's not
that
a
is that
good
the
thing.
measure?
Barter is warranted.
Yeah, your measure as a Fate fan is all dependent on your gacha. Like, how many
Mm-hmm.
5 stars do you have?
0.
Again, that's not a good thing.
How many maidens do you have?
0. But
Maidens,
that's
what
not
are
an
you,
issue.
fucking stupid?
But that's not an issue, though. It also
What,
doesn't really prove your point.
No, it really does prove my point.
How so?
Like,
Yeah, we got this too.
I love that non-answer, by the way.
how is it not?
You said, that doesn't really tell me anything.
Gonna get that Mirage F1. It's gonna be
Crappy rolls. So what's everybody been up to?
War Thunder event crap because the game's been having so many events in like the past fucking like 3 weeks and a month. So that. Good talk, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Blue, what have you been up to?
Destiny. Now that I'm done with Elden Ring, I've been catching up on Destiny shit, and I'm already almost at Pinnacle again. Or at Pinnacle, so I'm almost done.
And Brem's just been playing
That-
Valorant.
Been Valorant, like
What up,
Valorant
Bonanza?
heavy, like really heavy.
Because apparently
Like
you hate,
I don't know,
apparently
dude.
you
Like I
hate
got
life.
burned. Dude, like burned myself out. I knew it was
Oh.
gonna happen. I burned myself
Oh.
out in fucking Lost Ark, so there's that.
That's a good thing. I did a lot of things for League to get a certain skin. Not gonna talk about it, but yeah.
What up, Omega?
But yeah, there's also League of Legends. I also played that in Genshin this week
What cipher
and
is
last week
this?
and the week before.
Because you hate your life.
I really don't, but okay.
And I wish there was a way to bulk buy mats.
You just don't play Destiny. Easy.
No, I like Destiny PvP.
Ugh.
He only likes good games like
War Thunder.
Destiny.
War. No,
Just kidding.
trying to think of what's a shit game you like?
Destiny? What is that?
What's a
I
shit
like
game you
Destiny.
like that you always talk about? Apex
Uh,
Legends,
and-
Warzone.
I never said they're good, but I never said they're bad.
Fortnite
There's a lot
is
of
still
shit in
not top
fucking-
tier.
Oh fuck.
There's nothing top tier about Fortnite. But for some reason, everybody plays it.
It's because
I
they
mean,
took
everyone's-
there
they
was a
took out
mode, I
building,
guess.
everyone's-
I-
they took out
I
building.
know.
Everyone likes the game again.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But
I'd
isn't
probably
that
give
just
it
a
whirl.
mode?
No, and now it's permanent. I mean, yeah, it's just a mode, but now it's gonna be a
But
feature
the
in
mode
game
is there
permanently.
permanent. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And a lot of people like it because what was it?
Because
Because
building
they-
in Fortnite's stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, I
kinda
can
is.
sort of get why people didn't like it because, like, it is a little annoying whenever you're trying to fight someone and then they build a condominium right in front of you.
Yo,
Not
these
wrong.
new condos that they're building are outside my house.
Fire.
Amazing.
Yep.
That or-
Literally fire and god tier. Like nothing beats these condos.
I mean,
yo,
I don't
look at
wanna-
this room. There's like 7 rooms in this one
No,
room.
I don't want to start doing that whole copy shit, but I'm not gonna lie, the non-build mode in Fortnite just looks like Apex but third person because they have all the movement that Apex has. They even have almost rip-off of Apex characters as skins in Fortnite now.
I don't know. My friend was like,
Yeah, except
maybe we
it's
should
worse.
download Fortnite, and I'm like, do we really have to? Because I don't want to.
You don't meme. No one. You don't have to. That's like the biggest secret meme. You never have to.
Well, if a friend wants to play a game, like I'll download the game.
Okay, you reject your friends. Go back to monkey.
You don't need that kind of
Okay.
negativity in your life.
Says blue, but okay.
I'm
God,
based.
I really don't want to fucking.
Checking.
Either way, I'm just talking to you, being relaxed. More in one way, of course, but
Gosh, chill.
like, oh my god, I'm kidding. Like, oh my god,
Oh
dude.
my god, it was a
God.
joke. It was a joke, you guys. Don't get worked up.
Goodbye.
It's just a prank, bro. The camera's right there.
Just call him
That
the
or-
N-word. That'll solve everything.
That or also I watched the video like on the retrospective of the Bloodborne story, and I watched it, and I'm like, the video is cool, but I also got sad because I'm like, I really want to play Bloodborne again. And then I moved on with my life.
I just want Bloodborne to come onto PC. That's all I want for Christmas.
That's it. It's never gonna happen,
It
unfortunately.
will happen eventually.
Yeah, eventually, I guess.
I never get-
Why the fuck?
I'm a sucker for. I am a mega sucker for brunettes.
Dude, this past month has been kind of shit.
What's up?
Like it's just been kind of like meh, like nothing's going on or anything like that.
Anyone that had a good month, or like just having a good time right now in general?
trials. I've not been having the worst month.
I don't know. Okay. Honestly, life's good. Like I hate to be that cliche where it's like, but like life, like for me, life's good. So I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You have no maidens. You live at your parents' house.
I also, okay, like I guess I don't get that.
That's not great.
I mean, it's not the best. Eventually, I plan to move out, but the main situation is not something I really care about, to be honest.
And you say that now.
Maybe I say that now. I mean, it really doesn't.
Monkey.
Waste your 20s single because you're too chicken shit to go talk to a girl.
That's not really true. I just don't want to do it. It's much easier to live my life of peace and quiet and not have Tinder on my phone taking up space in
Dude,
existence.
I didn't say Tinder, bro. I said walk up to a girl and talk to her. It's not that
It's
You're
hard.
just-
doing that in 2022? What are you, stupid?
It's actually it's so much easier than you think.
No, I don't want to do it. Also, it's annoying when people talk to me anyways, so I don't talk to anyone else anyways.
My crippling anxiety just keeps me from doing anything anyway, so it's fine.
It's like I get really like it really bugs me like when people try to talk to me at the gym for no reason.
Well-
Even if it was a whammon.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, you're just saying that because cutie little tomboy gym girl came up and flirted with you, and you didn't fucking do anything about
He
it.
definitely wasn't Tom.
Whatever.
Hey.
Does it matter?
Oh boy.
I mean, all I said was I kind of just ignored her because like I was doing important things. I also didn't really care.
Yo, he's trying to get his fucking gains on. Women can't get between that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
actually.
man.
Listen. I got like my brother's got a wedding in like 3 months. I gotta look good for that shit. So you know what? You gotta focus on my gains.
Ooh, roll around me.
Dude, if a woman like started talking to me at the gym, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. I'd
Yeah,
talk to her and
Bonanza,
fucking
Lamau,
stuff.
it really is so much easier than people think with most people defaulting to an app. Absolutely true.
Like, Pete, do you just like has it ever crossed your mind? I just don't want to do it. I'd rather just like enjoy life. Like,
Oh, it crossed
making
my
money,
mind.
playing games.
I think you're lying.
Why'd I lie? If I really want to do it, I can like realistically, I can just do it.
No, well, you could, yeah, but like plenty of times people lie to themselves and say, I don't really want that. When they really do, they're just afraid to do
But
it.
what end would I be lying to myself? Like,
So,
what's the end goal for me here?
From what I'm understanding, is Blue's just afraid of rejection.
That.
I'm really. Here's the thing. I'm really not though. I guess what? Like I've been rejected before. It's whatever. Life goes on.
Except the last rejection you had. Oh, that was terrible.
That was different. That's called manipulation.
Well, but that's the
Manipulation,
thing. That's what you're.
mixed
That's what you're afraid of, and so you tell yourself
Yeah, it's probably your fear.
that you don't really want it because you don't want to
No,
go through that
no.
again.
No, that part is. I'm not gonna fall for that shit again because I'm not falling for the same tricks again.
What do you mean?
Like
You're already
that-
falling for it right now. You're still here.
True. True.
Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah.
Your fucking life just got fucking ruined in the span of 2 seconds.
You really
Ooh.
got me there. But
Got him.
yeah, I'm not falling for the same trick again. Also, just yeah. It's
I mean, for real, like you know, you can tell me that I'm wrong. Okay, fine, but just don't lie to yourself about it, bro.
Why would I lie to myself?
People do it all the time, dude.
I get people do it all the time, but I don't see the ulterior motive like for myself to lie.
Like I said, to avoid rejection.
I'm not. Having a girlfriend is gonna be would be such a pain in the ass. Also, 'cause, like all around me, I see that shit can go wrong. So it's not really that. something
Life's
I
a
wanna
risk.
Deal with. Yeah, life's a risk. Also, there's better risks that you can get better outcomes out of.
Well, there's
Come on, how'd that
no
not
other
fucking smack me in
outcome
the ass?
for. Oh, that was bullshit.
One-
There's
one risk
no.
gives me there's a financial gain. The other risk is just not worth it. Actually, the other risk potentially could ruin you financially. So, yeah.
Yes, but there's
Nothing
no other way
for-
to get romantic companionship, unfortunately.
You don't. Here's the thing, guys. At least for me, I don't really need it. So.
Again, you say that now, but 10 years,
What?
you're 30, you got no girlfriend,
30.
you're gonna be like, fuck, man, I wish I had done a little more in my 20s.
What end? I'm more so worried, more about thinking of my
Bro.
situation, my situation in general better right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest, a girlfriend
Okay.
now would make things worse.
If you say
So-
so. But, like I said, just make sure you ain't lying to yourself.
Like, no, but what would a girlfriend do right now to improve my situation? Like, money-wise, it wouldn't
It
help. She would be
depends.
helping.
Like you don't think of it like that, but like it depends on the
It's-
girl.
That's
To
the
be
only.
honest.
That's the only way I think.
Go right.
Like, that's the only way I think. I mean,
Well, that just tells me you're thinking about it wrong.
That's why we have fire teams.
Because,
also,
like,
I'm just
there's an infinite number of things that a girlfriend...
the
an infinite number of ways that a girlfriend can improve your life.
The only thing I would ever truly fear would be his divorce, because divorce is just so
Yeah,
devastating.
that has
getting
nothing to
married
do with a
now.
girlfriend.
Yeah, but
Marriage is
the
a
ultimate.
scam to begin with, my guy.
The ultimate. I mean, actually, marriage is more about children than like the actual people. But yeah, never mind.
Fight on.
At least that's how it used to be.
Oh, he's
Nowadays,
dead.
I don't know what I don't know how it is nowadays. But
Zone C.
so like, I mean, marriage is the only issue, but like, there's also like a whole cohabited type shit where like. Even,
Yeah,
like,
that's some shit.
one of the
But
reasons
that's
where it's,
another thing.
even-
Like, you can try and convince yourself that you don't want kids, but like, I'm dealing with that right now. And trust me, bro, you get to a certain age, and all of a sudden it's like, fuck, man, I kind of wish I had had kids.
I mean, the kid situation, I can sort of understand what you're trying to say with that, but not but it's like guys have a longer curvature for that.
Yes,
thing.
they do, but it's not
Yeah,
forever.
So,
Yeah, but like, I mean, who the fuck wants to start having kids when they're 50?
That's the other
Only
thing, dude. My dad
maybe-
had kids hella old, and like,
Yeah, see, and it's kind of robbing your kids of like that. the
Yeah, like, he
important
couldn't
shit, 'cause
play
by the
with
time
us
they're
like
18,
other-
You could be dead. You know what I mean?
yeah, and he couldn't
Yeah.
play with us like other dads could, you know. So,
yeah, I get that, but it's just like obviously, like 50 isn't like the goal. It's like, oh, 50, I'm gonna have kids at. That's when it's gonna be financially
And
stable.
plus, dude, like, it's pretty fucking cool, dude, to like sit there and like teach your
No,
kids
like,
some shit,
like
right?
contrary, like may think I don't hate kids. Like I really don't.
I do. I don't want. I don't. Nope.
No, dude,
Like, if
some
you
of the
don't-
most fun I've had in the last year was when my cousin brought his daughter over, and I was just sitting there playing with her with blocks. I'd stack them up, and she'd knock them down, and we just did that for like an hour. And then she sat on my lap and chewed on my finger and played with my beard some, and it was just so fun. So fun.
No, like
Right?
I don't underestimate that. Like I really don't. But it's just like
That's more of a personal thing than anything.
no, it's like I said, divorce is like a really
3.
like a thing I worry about. To be honest,
Yeah,
'cause
but
it's just,
like I said, unfortunately, there's no other way to get around that.
I mean the other
You could just
the other
not
way.
get married, but okay.
Well, no, you can't have kids.
No, the
Well,
problem
like,
is,
even if you don't get married, like,
the
if you
whole
have
point of
kids,
marriage
you're in the
is
same
kids,
situation.
though. Or at least in my opinion, the whole point of marriage is
It
kids,
is.
but-
Well, the whole point, no, but the
Uh,
biggest point.
Cause like
I think
if I
that's
was
just
dating
being dumb.
if I was dating someone and I want to be with them, blah, 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 all that corny shit, that like the ultimate end goal that would be like kids. Like I wouldn't just get married and be like, yeah, I'm done, life's done. Now I'm just gonna go work and then go on vacations once a year or some shit like that, or
Isn't that what you
whatever.
technically do now?
And the whole point is like
Like
if that's what your relationship is gonna be, then you might as well just stay like girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever. Because like outside of kids, there really isn't that. I mean, obviously just like stuff related to taxes and marriage. So yeah, there's that. But
Actually, it's a tax penalty for marriage.
Yeah, I was gonna say you earn less when you're married. They
Yeah.
put your shit together. Yeah, it kind of sucks actually.
But there
It's
are
like, what the
other
fuck?
advantages, and then
Like
this is
having
what,
kids, yeah.
and this is why I say it's not the entire thing. It's like there's also something to be said for publicly declaring yourself as married. Like there's a reason marriage ceremonies are a thing. Jordan Peterson actually goes into this, and it's really interesting, and it's he makes really good points. But yeah, I don't know. Eh.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to have kids, but you know, I mean, it is what it
and like
is.
like kids are
Sometimes life
fun.
just
Like
also says it's not the time, right? Or
I mean,
Well,
whatever.
that's the problem,
I
dude. My
don't know.
brother's going through that shit right now, and like he's been saying that for the last 5 years, and I'm about ready to talk to him, just be like, bro, there is no right time. Just do it because you
There
will
really
do that
is
for
no
the
right
next
time.
10 years.
Yeah,
mean,
Ross.
and before you
Ross,
know
yeah,
it-
children are expensive, but they're worth it, bro.
I mean,
Dude,
I don't
life
think
is
it's the- I
expensive.
don't-
What
I
what
don't-
else are you gonna spend your money on?
I don't think
Uh,
Graphics
here's the-
card.
I don't.
Redemption,
no, it's like,
that's blue.
no, but No, but I don't think kids are. By the way, I think when people tell me kids are expensive, I don't agree with that. And
I
here's
mean, they
what
are
I mean.
expensive. They're fair enough,
mean,
right?
It's
mean,
it's
there's
kind of a fact,
like
but it's also the way
they're
how you think
expensive
about
to-
it and
they're
how
also
it
expensive
is.
to feed them. But like whenever you like you have to start really drilling and asking the question like, what do you like? What else are you gonna be buying the kid other than like the essentials and like toys and all that stuff? And they start saying shit like like the newest phone or whatever, and I'm like, bro, you don't have to give your kid the newest phone.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like, okay, but then what are you gonna spend your money on, right? It's like, okay, you're gonna miss out on probably one of the most important experience in
They are if you have money for
the
cocaine.
life of a human being. For what? A little bit bigger of a house, a little bit better of a car, like.
Ugh.
I mean, that comes later though, because like most of the time you get wealthier as you get older.
Well,
and
no, but I
blah,
mean,
blah, blah,
like
blah.
even just like instead of having kids, it's like what you're gonna get a BMW fucking M5 instead of a 3 Series, like what
Control.
I don't understand, like,
personally, I just don't give a shit about any of that stuff.
and that's
I'm
fine,
with
like
what I'm doing.
people who don't want kids, they really don't want kids, fair enough, right? That's fair enough, but yeah, the whole they're expensive, it's like what the fuck you want?
Victory demands it.
How much money do you need? Like what could you not buy if you had a kid that you'd like have to have?
Enemy claims zone C.
Like I
Literally
don't need that much in life, dude. A computer, a fucking cheap motorcycle, a TV. Like I'm good, right? I don't need a bunch of shit.
That's the whole thing. Also, I think the not enough time because money is like not that good of an excuse. Also, because like I hate to be like, but back in the day, but like back in the day, people used to have kids in like dirt poverty.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you definitely can have kids. I mean, like not cheap, but like yeah, kids don't have to be like some ungodly expense. Like you're saying, the newest iPhones and the newest this. It's like, bro, what? You can't get them a decent cell phone on Craigslist?
Enemy has
Like,
advantage.
yeah, like also these
Does
phones
eBay
are
not
cheap
exist
too,
anymore?
So, like, yeah, like because phones are really cheap too, and I just don't really get the whole thing where it's like you need to buy the latest iPhone or whatever.
Dude, because
Like,
that's
still
I
haven't
like
figured
I
out my phone
actually
in
had
7 years.
I actually got quite a lot of tech when I was a kid. It was never the newest, fanciest, newfangled shit. I got my mom's hand-me-down cell phone when I was in high school. My computer was built out of like, God, the cheapest knockoff shit you could almost possibly get. And it was fine. I didn't need the absolute best of the best. Oh my God, I can't believe that knife missed. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's more so like I disagree with the whole like expensive kids thing just in general because I think it's just an excuse. Like, and I think it's an excuse because like
Zone B.
I think I had this argument about like my with I think my brother's like girlfriend or whatever because they're talking about like like we want kids or whatever because not girlfriend, I'm more fiance, but anyways like they're about having kids and like saying like it's gonna be expensive and I got this whole argument with them because like I told them like it really isn't gonna be that expensive or it shouldn't be anyways.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
don't
have
think
to
they're
be.
expensive right now in general.
Like it's gonna be expensive regardless, so like it doesn't matter.
Well, that's, yeah, like I said, life is expensive. Like, there's no getting around that.
Like, it's just the way it is. Oh, I just saw that guy.
Yeah, just how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, no, I get it.
Oh, fucking Monarch.
That's how it goes, and it's just I don't know. I just think it's a little ridiculous. And also, that's like I think the real answer is that like because they'll bring I just think the real answer is they don't want to have kids, and if they say they don't want to have kids, they'll think people aren't gonna be selfish or an asshole or something like that. And
I don't care if people call me whatever. They can suck my
I mean,
ass.
that's the whole thing for me. It's like if you're not gonna have kids because you don't want to have kids because blah blah blah. I mean, like own it. Like don't like I hate this whole like get to pretend like the like this deep philosophical reasoning why you don't have kids. Also, I just don't believe you when you say, it's not the right time, quote unquote, because it's never the right time. If anything I learned during COVID, nothing's ever the right time.
I think they're just. I just
like-
don't want to
like-
have a responsibility or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Bonanza. People were still having kids during the Great Depression. It doesn't have to be unattainable. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it is fear, right? The whole, oh, it's not the right time, we can't afford it. It's like, no, you're just kind of afraid, and fair enough, right? It's scary because, you know, like my brother, he was not in the greatest, and he still kind of isn't, for job, right? Because it's kind of, it's his job situation is definitely not the most stable, because he's going through some nonsense with his employer and shit. But, you know, like I said, you know, you say, oh, well, we'll do it someday, right? Someday is a lovely time of year.
Probably is, actually.
Yep.
Yes.
Zone
I don't know.
B
Moral of the story is...
have advantage.
Actually, I don't know if there was a moral to the story.
Nah, there's
There
really
is
not.
no moral.
My moral is, Blue, I think you want a girlfriend and you're just afraid of rejection and you need to get yourself out
I'm
there.
really not, but let's not play mind reader here, because you're not in my head.
More than you might think,
You have
but
zone advantage.
More than you might think is still 0.
oh shit, that's not gonna work out well.
Keep it up.
Ah, I knew it was gonna happen. So Zuck Bucks.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I was like,
Yeah.
is that a meme?
No,
I was like, is
it's
it
for
actually
real. As far
That's
as I
so
know,
stupid.
I put the article in the chat.
Like, are they actually calling it Zuck Bucks?
Yeah, it's actually Zuck Bucks. Like that's gonna be the official
Why?
currency of the metaverse.
They should just call it Meta Bucks at this point. It'd be way better
I-
than Zuck Bucks. Oh my
Or
fucking
how about
God.
none of it?
That too. I'd be fine with none of it.
Yeah. Like, I know the metaverse as a concept is kind of... Oh, no, that's nobody. Yeah, the metaverse as a concept is kind of inevitable.
Zone A lost. Enemy
I don't like that Facebook is doing it and Zuckerberg, but whatever. But yeah, like, currency, like, why? Like, oh, God, there's there's an anime, and it's really fucking weird. Rin, R-I-N, Daughters of Memnosine,
She's up in heaven.
Memnosyne.
Could you Google it and just give us a link?
No, because I'm in the middle of a game.
It's just Destiny. It's fine.
Get those zones back.
If you really want it, I will give it to you afterwards. But anyway, like, I'm not gonna get into the plot because, like I said, it's fucking weird as shit, and it doesn't make any sense. But part of what happens in it is that it hops around time some. So it starts off, I can't remember if it's like modern day for when it was made, which was like either late 80s or early 90s. Or if it was slightly before that, but then one of the time periods it ends up being
Zone A lost.
is
Power play.
fairly far future, and so everybody's got like augmented reality. I don't know if it's an implant or what, but so everybody's you're gay, JC. So everybody's got their augmented reality on all the time, and so this daughter comes into the living room where her dad is, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, can I get, 1,500 credits or whatever so I can get a new purse?" And he's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." And he transfers the credits over to her, and then she goes on her phone and flips through a few things and taps a button, and then the purse that she has on, holographs out, and then a new one appears. Because it's all just augmented reality and not like actual real stuff.
Okay.
And we are going full steam ahead to that future. Like, that's what they're trying to do with the metaverse shit.
Meta.
Oof.
You have zone advantage.
Yeah, like that's what Zuckerberg wants. He wants us all in the metaverse using his metabucks. Oh, so, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Zuck
dude.
bucks buying
I don't-
The
Zuck
metaverse
stuff.
idea, as much as I think that would be a cool idea, I do not want that motherfucker in
Oh
charge.
fuck
of it.
no. Yeah,
You
and
know
like,
what I mean? Like,
well, like I said, it's inevitable, right? Like as VR keeps going, like it's inevitable that like Second Life type stuff is you know, somebody's gonna create something like that. But yeah, definitely, I do not want the metaverse.
1 minute.
I think the metaverse is going to be more open source, or at least this one's open.
I doubt it. Like Facebook doesn't do anything open source. Oh,
Well fought.
she's in garage.
Hey, but I don't think like the only metaverse portals we're only going to be in is like
I'm coming in.
Facebook's
I'm
version.
Impressive.
And also, I just
you
one
think
thing I
he'd
don't get
open
about-
it up?
Territory control.
No, I don't think he would open it up. I think someone else is going to do their own version of the metaverse because I think there's going to be multiple iterations of the metaverse before it becomes "quote unquote" mainstream. Or
Yeah, but do you think those are
popular.
actually going to be metaverse, or are they just going to be a different thing altogether? Because
Our side.
I mean, it could be a different thing altogether.
okay,
it's
that I could see, but like I totally think that Zuck is going to try and completely lock down. Like he did it with Facebook, right? He was brilliant when he started Facebook. He got everybody to start using Facebook and then pushed out all of the competitors like MySpace. I think he's trying to do the same thing with Metaverse, where he wants to get in first, or at least one of the first, get everybody using his, so that the next time a different version comes up, people don't, like Google Plus, right? People didn't want to use Google Plus because they were already on Facebook or, whatever. So,
Right.
yeah, I think he's going to try and keep Metaverse totally locked down.
I'm gonna play anti-route.
Maybe. I try to be more optimistic about this because I don't want to be in a metaverse controlled by Zuckerberg, Dorsey, or any of these fucking crazy people. To be honest.
Oh, haha. Did you
That
see?
or- also, sorry, Peter, to cut off. One more thing about the metaverse. When it comes to, how like in the metaverse there's like restaurants or whatever.
Sure. Bars
I
and
don't-
shit like that.
I don't like bars. I can understand because you're not actually drinking alcohol. It's more of like a social gathering than like an actual bar, because that's what most bars are. But like, I don't get the whole like going to a Wendy's in the metaverse. Like, what are you eating exactly?
Nothing. It's
Wendy's.
I don't-
What are you,
it's
stupid?
sim shit.
I mean, I don't think the food shit will catch on like Wendy. I think bars will catch on because
Yeah,
bars are just social
I
gatherings.
mean, I think it's there just for the novelty, right? Like, cause it's like, oh, hey, fair enough. And this is why I said this kind of shit's inevitable. So, like, fair enough. You got friends that live across the country. You 5 friends, and they all live in 5 different cities, and it's not like you guys can just, drive to each other's house and hang out.
I'm not
But,
saying it's an excuse, but
You meet up in the metaverse, and it's like, oh, hey, let's go to Wendy's, because it
We'll
really
never have
doesn't
enough
matter
fun.
where you hang out. So, like, for the novelty of it, you can go to Wendy's in the metaverse and just hang out there and talk. But yeah, I'm
Where
sure
you just
some of those
load
will
up
stick
VR
around.
chat and do the exact same thing in VR
Right?
chat.
Hey.
Like, okay.
The only thing is just, I know this is not funny, but I kind of worry that like there's gonna be like this. There's gonna be like sex in the metaverse. It's gonna be super
Oh.
creepy.
Oh,
What do you mean? There's already sex in fucking VR chat.
No, because like here's the thing: you already see people doing like you already see people doing like Discord relationships. Not that they're good, by the way, but like doing Discord relationships. So I'm just wondering what happens when
Yeah,
the metaverse
Facebook
is
or whatever.
included? Like, are you gonna have like your metaverse girlfriend?
Show
Yeah.
me you
Yeah.
take ground. Hold
People are already hanging out in GTA 5. Yeah.
Like, come on, Blue, get with the times.
I mean,
enemy
you
claims zone
go
C.
down the rabbit hole with this, like, AI girlfriends and fucking.
Zone B captured. You have zone
I think
advantage.
AI girlfriend things are inevitable, by the way, and
You think AI
and I
girlfriends
think-
what?
are inevitable
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because I think
Zone A
what was
lost.
it? There's a
Enemy
huge
has
market right now of like, because I don't want to point any fingers. No, I don't hear about it, but like I don't want to point any fingers, but like the dating market for men and women is in the gutter right now. So if someone came out with
Yeah,
like a
man,
perfected AI technology, I mean, they first off, women would try to ban it first, but then like
Zone B lost.
I think it would just fuck things up even more, despite.
I mean,
it's inevitable.
you know,
Like, I'm
I'm not so I'm not so doom and gloom about this because like yeah, like sure an AI girlfriend, fine, whatever, but like it won't be the same thing as a human.
Depends how good the AI is.
No, because like you can't start a family until like
that's what you think.
until artificial wombs and all, you know, like until a lot of other like right
If
you can't
artificial wombs start happening,
you can't have a girl, you can't have a family, you can't start a family with an AI chatbot on, you know, fucking Facebook or whatever in the metaverse.
Yeah, you can. That's gonna be the nanny, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
Not yet.
but they might make a good stopgap for people who are lonely. Like, oh hey, look you, Blue. But
That's crazy.
seriously though, they might like, you know, it'll give people an option who either can't or won't find a girlfriend for the time being. And yeah, I'm sure some people will just give up and stick with their AI girlfriend for forever. But I think most people will just use it as a temporary measure.
But I think it's more so. I think more people are gonna go to the AI shit. Cause I just think it's like how like shitty the dating market is right now and how everything's kind of just falling apart. And
People are just garbage, so you know people. will do
no, it's not even.
whatever's
It's not even that because
better.
dating app. I mean, because dating apps ruin dating. So it's
Yeah, they
like
kinda
with
did.
that.
Well,
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
yes and no,
I mean-
bro. Yeah, dating apps ruin dating if you're using dating apps. Don't use dating apps.
Don't use them for dating. You use them for
I mean,
quick fucks.
You don't even do that, bro.
Not even quick fucks, because the problem is dating. Because like that's why I would never use Tinder for a quick fuck. Because like it matches people who are relatively close by, and as they say, don't shit in your yard. You know, so.
Zone A lost.
Yeah, Bonanza says law of virtual sex like out of Demolition Man. Absolutely, dude. That's totally fucking coming.
That's
Or
happening.
what was the other Bruce Willis, where everybody uses robots to interact with the world instead of their real bodies. God, it was a good movie too.
Are you talking? Are you talking about a movie or a series?
Yeah, movie. Ooh, take that knife.
Oh my god. Oh, the Bruce Willis movie, right?
Yeah.
I want to say Surrogate or something like that.
Surrogates.
Name.
Yes,
There we go.
surrogates.
Zone B
Yep.
lost.
Thank
Your
you.
enemy has
Yeah,
a
that's something like that is totally coming. Either that or Demolition Man or whatever.
I mean, it depends how you view things, though. Like, because like, if obviously a lot of people who would view like, I mean, actually, the way Demolition Man depicted it's kind of fun. Because like, I can understand sex with an AI or whatever, but like having AI sex with like a real person next to you, that's a little much.
No chance of STDs, no chance of pregnancy.
Zone A lost.
Yeah, but then like, I guess at that point, risk is kind of just gone. But
Well, except it's not, but you know, hey.
I don't know. This shit, everything's all stupid now.
no, because like, I like how we would for AI girlfriends to this, but like, it just.
Yeah,
The way I
Blade
think
Runner
of it is just-
2049.
They're here coming up.
I just
The
think it's
holographic
inevitable. Because maybe if like dating and all that shit was like maybe like 40 or 30 years ago, but like because like how dating apps work, where it's just like the top 10% of men basically get like 90% of women and all that stuff. Well, you're for sure heard before. So it's like with that, like I think AI girlfriends will sort of be inevitable. With like I think it's gonna be like I know what's that? What do lefties talk about all the time? Where it's like a something gap between the wealthy and the poor.
Income gap?
No, income inequality.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what-
all right,
I think
fair
I
enough.
think there's gonna be like a in 10 years, maybe like 10 to 15 years. I think there's gonna be like a dating inequality that gets so bad that like AI girlfriends are gonna just come swooping in, and whoever comes up with it is gonna be fucking rich, like probably richer than like Facebook and social media in general, to be honest.
No
I
idea.
don't know. It's all. I think it's all a matter of time, because like
That
not
see
doomer, because we
see
live in
the
best
thing, though,
timeline ever,
that-
but, like,
the Tinder problem and the AI girlfriend problem and all that.
Zone B.
just like the MGTOW problem, that is a self-correcting problem, because so marriage and the dating market and all that skew towards women, so men stop participating, and especially when AI girlfriend, because right now, see, the problem is that right now there aren't any alternatives, right? Even like prostitution is illegal, most places. So you really had, so the people who are desperate enough, they'll simp as hard as they need to. They'll fucking pay whatever it takes. They'll accept whatever. They'll accept these, single moms, 6 kids by 5 different dads, and expecting them to pay for everything and all this other shit. They'll work with that because there's literally no other options. But as soon as something like an AI, as soon as something like an AI girlfriend comes around, and they have an option that aren't these rancid hoes,
Yeah, your mom.
right? All of a sudden, all of those women who are getting the simps won't be getting the simps no more.
Oh, I get what you're saying. It's going to correct itself over time.
Exactly. Yeah, because they're just, it won't. Once all those women who get the simps can't get the simps anymore, shit. That'll put corrective pressure on the dating market, which will then eventually return it to some. I mean, it's already happening, right? Like, yeah, simps exist, and the things that some of these rancid hoes can get away with on on Tinder or in the dating market in general and shit like that is quite disgusting. But that's starting to, I mean, just look at all the articles. Where have all the good men gone? Right?
Yeah, I wonder that one.
That's part of the corrective measures, right? Because that'll only go on for so long before the problem is, for women especially, is they get fucked by that. Because
not men, of course, because we surround in the enemies.
Because as soon as they're old enough to start saying shit like, where have all the good men gone? It's like, well, sweetheart, it's already too late for you. One, you've hit the wall. But even if you're still attractive and, or attractive enough and all that, you're 38. Like, you're not having a kid. Like, that's,
you can, but it's not.
It's not gonna. I mean, the odds are against you. Let's put it that. I mean, by 35, you've lost over 50% of your fertility, and by 40, you're down to like 10% of what you were at 20. So yeah, it's not pretty. In more ways than one. So yeah, it's for a lot of those women, it will be too late, because by the time, it's where have all the good men gone? It's like, well, your standards are too high. So okay, so they lower their even if they lower their standards, which of course a lot of women won't do, but even if they do, by the time they can actually find a guy that's, reasonable enough. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Reasonable enough, just good enough.
Good enough, right? Settle. Everybody has to do it, sweetheart.
She'll fucking cheat on you and fucking get dicked by somebody else.
Not after they hit the wall, they won't.
Yeah, and that just makes it so they're gonna have an unhappy marriage.
But, yeah, even if they get all that shit in order, like, they still might not be able to, do something like have a kid.
Wait,
in time.
They're releasing content for Back 4 Blood?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a trailer out.
Finally?
I own the game too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the Humble bundle.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried telling people about the Ukraine Humble bundle because it was only like $30 or whatever it was, and there was a bunch of good ass games.
I knew about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the money to spend it.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the games it came with was Back 4 Blood. Honestly, that was one of the reasons I bought it, because I was like, oh, okay, I get Back 4 Blood.
If the game goes like really cheap, I'll probably pick it up. And then we can play.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, but so point is that so all these women are gonna miss out, or at least a lot of them are gonna miss out. And I can't see a way where the younger up and coming generation of women don't see that happening in real time, caught in 4K, and go, oh, I don't want to end up like that.
I can't wait to be someone's
but,
just good enough.
I
It'd be
mean,
great.
they're
Well,
gonna the way
That's
they
how it works,
hold, like,
man.
I mean, it's like the way I don't know. I think it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better because I think like the way everything's taught is like.
Yeah, JC, if it was from Humble Bundle, Back for Blood should have been one of the games you got with that Ukraine bundle. That was like, there was like 4 big games that it came with, and Back for Blood was one of them. Sorry, Blue, go ahead.
I don't know, I think it's gonna like, get a whole lot worse, and like obviously like
Oh,
there's
it
the
will,
whole
yeah.
thing about like there's like obviously like there's the whole like people say like oh women have higher because now now it's getting where like most women are making a lot more money than most men, so it's like it's just inevitable. It's just gonna all like it's gonna be a top like only top 10% of men get all the girls, and like 90% of guys are kind of just fucked. To what end? Who knows? Maybe there'll be a rebound, but I think it's gonna be. I think
here's
it's
the
gonna
thing.
be.
You can, first off, it's not the top 10% of guys.
Or it's zero. I think it's zero. Isn't it like 0.1%?
No, it's like 10%, but that's only on Tinder, bro. And that's why I'm saying don't use fucking Tinder. Second off, you can't think of that top 10% as only looks, because that's not how it works.
It's money.
It's a
more
lot
so
of
than
things.
looks.
It's looks, it's personality, it's money, it's dependability, it's, you know, there's a lot of things. I mean, you know, everything that you value in a partner, they, you know, theoretically are going to value as well. Now, people value different things at different levels. Like some people are just shallow and all they want is a good looking partner, and some people are gold diggers and all they want is a rich partner. Fair enough. But most people, you know,
Capture and defend, Guardians.
they want a good mix of all of them. And but you, of course, you know, unless you're a perfect 10 across the board, you're not going to be able to get a perfect 10 across the board. So you're going to have to settle in some of the things. You know, you might get a really good guy that's attractive, but he doesn't have a lot of money. You know, and you might be able to, you know, that might be something you're willing to, like, it depends on the person, right? Depends on what they're willing to compromise on.
Enemy has advantage.
It's compromise. I think more guys are willing to compromise.
Oh,
than
they
most
absolutely
women,
are.
so.
Yeah. I mean, hypergamy is a thing, and
Reaches the garage. 104.
yeah, and that's one of the problems is,
Zone A lost. It's a power play. Get those zones back.
Jesus, they're all around me. Yeah, as women have advanced in, you know, earning money,
Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has
career prospects, things like that, even though men have been trailing behind. I mean, I can just look it up. Even though men have been trailing behind in those aspects, but even if they were keeping up, right? Even if the amount of men who, you know, or how much men earned and how well their career prospects were and all that kind of stuff wasn't affected by women doing better,
Zone B.
that still
Have advantage.
means that if a woman wants a man who is better off than she is, which they always do, their prospects still,
Enemy has advantage. You captured Zone C.
their
Zone advantage.
pool of prospective acceptable mates gets smaller and smaller and smaller, because they still want a guy who's, you know, makes more money than they do, has a, you know, higher degree, has a better job, blah 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 blah.
You ain't gonna get that with me, Lamau.
Yeah, but I feel
Having pipes
also
to
with,
run. Let's
the
go.
thing is, I think when it comes to money though, I think the more money you make, the more at risk you are. To be honest,
The
so
more
it's like
what?
a double-edged sword. The more at risk you are of like getting completely robbed in a relationship.
Well, and you know, on like ironically, Blue, now would be the time to find a lifetime lasting relationship because
Yeah, no.
you're not rich. So if she can love you now, you know it's not for your money.
Yeah, but nah, it's not happening. Too much work. I'd rather be happy in the now.
But yeah, you know, it's tough. But again, I think a lot of that is going to be self-correct. I mean, it has to be. It can't keep going on forever.
It
And then it's
probably won't,
I
which
actually
is like all about how much gets damaged beforehand, though.
that's. But I had this. I don't know, wasn't quite. I don't think it was quite dating advice, but it was similar to dating advice. A video on Facebook talking about things that affect dating. And I got into, I don't know, quite an argument, but I got into a discussion with some ladies about.
Are you sure they were ladies, quote unquote?
Well, I mean, you know, they had a female picture and a female name, but you know, hey, who
Oh,
knows?
assuming genders?
Yeah.
L.
Well,
Just
whatever.
kidding.
But and they definitely talked like ladies because they were bitching about the selfish female shit that we're talking about. And I laid it out for them. I straight up told them, it's like, you know, you guys have rickrolled men in fucking so many ways when it comes to dating and relationships and marriage and kids and child support and alimony and fucking this, that, and the other. And there's gonna come a time when you all are gonna have to, you know, as you know, generally, right, as a group, you guys are gonna have to choose whether you want to give up your privileges, or at least some of them, and to help even out the dating market, and therefore give yourself or the other ladies a chance at having, you know, marriage, kids, and all that. Oh, not enough. Or do you want to keep all of your privileges and end up childless, alone, with a bunch of cats?
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
That really, whew, that was a shot.
That's basically the female equivalent to people living with their mom in their basement.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, but men are more shamed for that one than women are.
Yes, they are.
Cat.
Yep. Oh, oh god, the other one too, man. This random, but I can't remember. Somebody posted like a Belle Delphine thing or something. Oh yeah, it was a video. It's like, where has Belle Delphine gone, and or what's happened to Belle Delphine or whatever. And I didn't even care about the video, but one of the first comments was something. It's a couple of chicks talking about how Ahego is weird and disgusting and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, like, the fucking irony, right? Because
Imagine not getting dicked good, Lamau.
well, this is the thing, right? It's like, okay, so a guy who enjoys Ahego, they are literally aroused and turned on and find pleasure in a woman experiencing just raw, pure, unadulterated sexual
Ecstasy.
pleasure. Yeah. That's what's turning them on. It's just a woman enjoying herself sexually. And it's presumably in their minds, right? The woman is their partner, and the one that's giving them that pleasure is them. Now, you know, NTR and all that shit, okay, fine, you know.
No cucks.
But normally, right, that's the assumption. It's like you have a partner and she's experiencing sexual ecstasy and it's with you. And even though that's the fantasy, right, women still somehow can find that disgusting and gross and make fun of it. It's like a guy
But
can't.
they want to get railed.
Right, but that's the thing. It's like a guy can't even enjoy a woman enjoying sex without women making fun of it and saying that it's disgusting. And it's like, God, you guys don't even get the irony of that shit. I told them they're gonna have to get over themselves too, because it's like that. I got into the whole thing, like, because fucking, you know, the #1 female fantasy is rape and 50 Shades of Grey and all that nonsense. Like, you know, of all the things, man, Ahego is kind of fucking harmless. Like, it's a fucking facial
very
expression.
tame.
Yeah, like, it's a facial expression.
Out of all the fetishes, that's kind of tame.
Yeah, and it's like, if you can't fucking, like, if you wouldn't be able to accept that your guy liked it, like, man, you are never ever. One, I feel bad for your partner, because they are never going to get what they want sexually. Two, I feel bad for you because you're never going to get what you want sexually, because if he if you're not understanding enough and he doesn't trust you enough to let you know what he really wants, you're never going to be able to do the same with him, or even if you do, he's not going to give it to you. So, like, yeah, you're all screwed.
Enjoy this not getting dicked down properly. Horror.
Basically, forever. Yep.
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friend.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I don't know
Make
if they'll
some
listen
other
to me.
excuse of how, like, it's always like people that have no experience, and it's like, well, you know about that.
Yeah, well, that's the you know, women want the uber ultra giga chad, and it's like, well, yeah, one of the ways you get to be the uber ultra giga chad is by slaying hood rats left and right, and then you get pissed off when they slay you and move on to the next hood rat.
No, don't point that out, Pete. No.
Bro, you just call them all out like that. Crazy.
Yeah, truth hurts.
I need to buy an Xbox controller that I can use on my fucking computer.
The other thing that gets me about, since we're talking about this shit, and that man, I had this argument on Reddit a long ass time ago.
Relationship boss gone now. The
I
relationship
guess so.
guest.
Yep. Yeah, it's how if a guy doesn't enjoy himself, it's the guy's fault, and if a woman doesn't enjoy herself, it's the guy's fault.
It's always the guy's fault. Come on,
Yeah.
you know better.
Women take zero, you know, women, quote unquote, not hashtag not all. Women take zero responsibility for their own sexual gratification.
If only their pussy wasn't so loose.
Well, and here's the
Same.
thing, right? It's like, man, I don't know a single guy that if their girl or a girl they were with or whatever sat them down and said, this is what I want. If you do this, I will fucking sploosh for you. Dude, they wouldn't be fucking taking notes, Googling that shit, searching fucking every website,
guide,
right? Like buying books, like going to the library and shit. They would do anything they could to make those fucking fantasies come true, but they won't for a variety of reasons. And I think a lot of it is embarrassment, right? Because
guys can admit what they like.
That's
girls
the
can't,
that's the thing.
always.
Guys will admit
'Cause,
what
like,
they want,
no,
usually,
it's-
often.
I mean, obviously people don't want to, but if you're someone who's no shame, cough me, then yeah.
Enemy claims zone C.
Yeah, and frequently women will not, and it's like, okay, but you know, like no guy is fucking. There's only two possibilities at that point. One, the guy you're with is not the uber ultra giga mega chad who is going to know what you want instinctively, and so you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to enjoy it, and then you're going to dump him or something stupid like that because of course, oh, he's not good in bed or whatever. Or 2, he is going to be the uber ultra giga chad that knows what you want instinctively, but the reason he does is because he's fucked 1,000 other women, and when he's done with you, he's going to move on to the next one. So you're kind of fucked either way.
Yeah, it's
So-
almost like relationships are a learning experience, guys.
Yeah.
You captured Zone C. You have advantage.
Yeah, that's... Luckily, I don't think I've ever had a girl who wouldn't at least somewhat
Zone C
help me out with what they wanted. But I've had buddies, you know, like the whole, oh, dude, yeah, like there's nothing where, like that trope, right, in TV shows, movies, books, whatever, where, you know, fucking the relationship ends and the girl goes, yeah, well, I was fucking faking it the whole time, right? And it's just like, man, okay,
Your
that
Hango
one,
face said otherwise, whore.
well, it's like that's not the burn you think it is, because all that means is that you were instrumental in ensuring that you didn't have a satisfying sex life. You were almost entirely the cause of your own misery. 'Cause that's like, what could he do? Yeah, okay, you could say, oh, he should be better in bed. It's like, well,
No,
yeah,
you?
well, it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough, but also it's like, well, how can he be better if you don't tell him what better is? 'Cause it's not like everybody's the same.
True. I'm gonna read your mind now. I'm gonna know exactly how you like
Well,
to
that's-
get dick down.
And that's exactly it. That's what they expect. Guy, and that's personified. It's perfectly illustrated with the phrase, well, if you don't know why I'm mad, then I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, look at not to bring this up again, but look at Jada on her red table thing, right? Like she was telling fucking what's her face plays Pepper and Iron Man, like she was telling her that if you love, like tell her like, if you love me, then you should know what I want. Like trying to, like, you know, fucking play the mind reading
By the way,
game. It's
imagine
like,
a guy
get the fuck
saying
on.
that.
Right?
Imagine
Yeah,
a guy
let,
saying that.
let me just fucking get like my travel like 70 years into the future where we
Yeah.
get that mind reading technology, and I'll come back and then I'll figure out what the fuck you're talking about.
Yep.
How about you just not be a whore and fucking get dicked down by other people?
The
I
radical
mean, it's more so.
concepts.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I really don't really care about, like, quote unquote, what are you gonna call it? I can't mind read, so I prefer it there's communication. Because, like, if you told me, like, oh, this is a girl, she has a body count of 20, but her communication skills are on point, deal.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Right,
Body
exactly.
count
Yep.
of 20, like, bro.
As if
20
that's a
and
lot.
not
Okay with
counting
that.
the ones where, not, like, here's the, like,
It's
a lot
just
of
the way
people
how he
talk-
said it.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
like, because there's a lot of people out there who will be like, "Oh, I don't want a girl with a certain body count." Like, no, I want someone who can communicate. Communication, please.
Right? Don't sit there and be like, guessing, do you want it? But tell me,
I
you want to
don't-
get
listen,
fucked in
I
the
don't
ass like
care.
by a real man? And then I'm
By
like,
body
alright.
count, we mean bodies in her basement, right?
Right?
Yes, of course. But no, like, I wouldn't
We're
even
talking
care
about
if
an
the girl
actual
was-
body count, aren't we? Like, that's.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
are we not?
Like dead people, or like what are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're talking about dead people, all the dead slaves in the basement. No, but like, I wouldn't even care if like the girl was like she posted like putting dildos in her pussy on OnlyFans. I wouldn't even care. Like, communication is the only like the biggest requirement for me. That's about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, I don't care if like, oh, you take up the ass via sex toys on OnlyFans. I'm like, okay, communication skills, right? There you go.
It's a power play.
But then, like, a lot of girls will be, oh, I have good communication skills. But then they'll say, like,
No.
you can't tell why I'm mad.
Then I'm not gonna tell you. Yep.
Zone A.
It's like, that's not communication skills. That's being an asshole. Communication skills are telling someone what's wrong. Being like, oh, like, if you're like you'll say, like, you slam the door or something like that because you're in a bad mood. You ask what's wrong, and then, like, they tell you. It's not like that. It's not like, if it was a guy, like, you ask what's wrong, and be like, you can't tell I fucking hate you, stupid whore. Like, that's like the male equivalent. It's, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
no,
we
it's
might
not
find too
because it doesn't
unreasonable.
exist. That would never happen.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I mean, that's also true.
Got him.
Because like no,
Touchdown.
because like guys will be overblown by their guys for being quote unquote unreasonable.
Get those zones back. You captured Zone B.
I don't know. Like I said, don't have high requirements, so. But unfortunately,
Well, no, you can have whatever requirements you want, but dude, that's another movie we gotta watch. Up in the Air. I showed you that scene of it though, with George Clooney. Him and the older woman are talking to the younger woman who just got dumped, and she was all fucking weepy about it and shit. And George Clooney, or I can't remember which one, asked her, but they're like, "Oh well, you know, was he really the one? Like, did you really think he was the one?" And she was like, "Oh, he fit the bill." And they're just like, "Fit the bill?" It's,
What
yeah.
does that even mean?
Well, and then I'll tell you what it means, dude. She has a list of qualifications like longer than my dick, bro. Like 6'3", 200 pounds, is outdoorsy on the weekends, drives a Jeep Grand Cherokee, has a fucking
a Jeep
golden
Vulcan?
shepherd.
Brain dead.
And dude,
Why
and it
a
just
Jeep
goes
Vulcan
on
cars,
and
though?
on, bro. On and fucking on, dude. Like it's a solid minute of her just listing out all these ridiculous qualifications. And they're just like, they're not laughing at her, right? Because it's not funny, but they're just like
I'd laugh at her.
incredulous. I would too. But they're older,
right
right?
in her
That's
face.
that's kind of the whole point. They're in their like 50s or whatever, so you know they're a little more mature about it. But they're just sitting there incredulous. It's just like, well, you know, what do you guys look for? And they're both just like, look, when you get to our age, it like you learn like it doesn't work like
You take
that.
what you can get. You take
Well,
what you
it-
can get. That one.
Like you learn that
but
you learn that a whole lot of the things that you think really matter really don't. Like, does he really need to be 6'2"? Does he really need, does he really need to have a job in finance? Does he really need to have this or that or what? Like, does any of that shit really matter? You know, and like and that's the, the later when they say their qualifications, it's, just like, likes kids, can play with their kids, is not an asshole, I enjoy their company.
doesn't beat my wife.
Right, and then the woman's just like, and hopefully some hair on his head, but even that's not a deal breaker. And then and then the younger one is like, oh, I should just date women, and the older one's like, yeah, tried it, we're no picnic ourselves. Truth.
Hello.
Up, rest.
Goodbye.
Oh, just playing some League and literally. So they did an update the other night, right?
1 minute left.
At freaking 3 a.m. Right, so I was like, oh, sweet, the servers are gonna be better than they've been. 'Cause they've been great.
Yeah, right.
I get on today to play a game. The amount of stuttering I got today was insanely bad.
Shocker.
Right? And I wasn't the only one having the issue in that game itself. And that's concerning to me. So I'm going to
Yeah.
play some Elden Ring.
That's a better game anyway.
It is, but League of Nevada game, it's not.
Bro, why can't Elden Ring settings load when you start the game? Blue, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Have the audio at 100%, your ears are gone.
Yes, JC.
Absolutely true.
Probably thinking about other women. God, I love those memes. I see them all the time on car pages, and it's always like, man, wonder what the fuck is causing my misfire issue or some shit like that. Or the other good ones are just like, it's something stupid. Like, I wonder,
I
if
bet he's out cheating.
if Cookie Monster did this, like, or some shit like that, right? Just some totally off the wall. Yeah.
I love the memes where it's just like, oh, guys, all they want is this and that, and it shows a guy all he wants is just show some like fucking like depressing shit, and it's like, Jesus Christ, how low are the standards today?
Not wrong.
Where it's like, man, you're so
Yeah, it's
desperate for touch, you're like cuddling's good enough for you. Jesus Christ.
Blue,
What?
are you venting right now?
Not really. I'm fine.
Dude, no, that was, oh man, that was,
Like I said, I don't like people in Mind Raider, so I
I
appreciate if you wouldn't.
I have gotten into watching Reddit text-to-speech videos on Facebook. They're
Oh,
my
those are
God,
so,
yes.
dude. They go from like insane to like just no options. Just all insane, to be honest.
Some of them are really good, right? One of them was, ladies, what was your experience with a micro penis? And obviously my girlfriend had posted, but you know. But no, one of them
Somebody
was,
had to get it out to the world.
yeah, of course. One of them was a strip. Like there was actually a lot of it was actually really wholesome, right? And a lot of them straight up admitted they were like, yeah, it really didn't matter all that much because they're like the ones that were bad were not bad because of the micro penis. They were bad because they were douchebags, and the ones that were good, it was just like they made up for it with, you know, foreplay and oral or whatever. So, you know, heads up, dudes. But the one of them was a stripper, and she started off with like the basic horror, not horror story, but just like the basic, you know, this kind of you know, a lot of this kind of shit happens all the time where like, you know, guys will just whip it out or something like that, and it's, you know, it's terrible and all that shit. But she was giving a guy a lap dance, and eventually she noticed that the guy had whipped it out, and it was literally like the last two knuckles of her pinky. Like,
Yo!
yeah, and
That's something to put on blast for.
right, and she felt so bad for the guy that she was like, all right, I'm not gonna make him put it away, right? So she basically lets the guy jerk off while she's dancing with him, and the dude just starts weeping and, you know, walks away in shame, and then eventually he goes back to talk to her. He gives her a hug, and, you know, he explains like how he's just ashamed and all this other stuff, and
Pussy. Own that shit.
oh, and she says, she was like, man, it hit her so fucking hard because she just, at that moment, she understood, like, even just in a tiny amount compared to guys that it actually happens to, how brutal and ruthless people are about something like making fun of penis size, and how hurtful it is to somebody who, you know, through no fault of their own. It's not like a guy chooses to have a micro penis, right? You know, something that's completely not their fault and they have no control over, and how little sympathy they get, right? Because oh, what was I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was, you know, just the guy, he was so fucking thankful, and I think he told her that like that was basically the first sexual experience the dude has ever had, because you know, anytime it ever would even be like an opportunity to happen, either he would just get so ashamed and run away, or you know, obviously the girl would, you know, he'd whip it out and the girl would just start laughing or whatever. And she was like, it just fucking killed me, thinking about, you know, what this guy has been going through his entire life. And she's like, yeah, it's totally cruel that, you know, people make fun of penis size and shit like that when there's shit like that. Yeah, so.
In before women counter arguments with why you make fun of boob size.
Which
Well,
guys
you can't
don't.
because they get mad about it. I mean,
Like,
also there's the whole. I mean,
Opie
there's
might
little
be
guys
love,
out
Opie
there-
might be life, but all sides make the wood rise. So, you know.
No, there's literally categories of people who love of guys who love
Yeah,
small,
like small
boobs.
I totally understand the, like, I find fit and slim girls attractive, just like I find big mommy milkers attractive. So. Fuck. Almost dead. Yeah, it was just like, you'd think that particular video would be one of the most savage, but it actually had some of the most wholesome shit in it, and that was one of them. So, yeah.
That or but I mean, I looked into stories about escorts and dude.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
escorts
saw a
would be-
few of those.
Would be like super like crazy. Dude, escorts are sad. Not the girls, by the way. But, like what they'll talk about, because like
Yeah.
they'll be, I was an escort, and they'll be, this guy basically paid me X amount for the amount just to go on dinner dates.
Yeah,
And
just
I'm
to
like,
go on a
"Holy
date and
shit."
then come back to his house or his room and cuddle or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's an entire industry built around that in Japan.
Zone A lost.
Bro, how deprived do you have to be to get that down?
I mean, to be
bad?
fair, in Japan, they don't really have a lot of ways to meet people. Like, socially, it's, like, really hard. If you don't do it at school, like, you're basically just fucked it. Because the only other places to work.
I mean,
5 minutes
not
left.
exactly all that. Oh, god damn it. Missed the knife.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Zone A captured. Power play. Keep the
Ah,
pressure on.
shotgun. Fuck.
I mean, let's be real. Japan has some of the more, extremes of people.
Reminder
True,
that in Japan
but
you can
the-
rent a family.
Yo, you can also buy
You
used
can- you can-
schoolgirl
you can
panties
rent
from
having
a
a mom.
Mommy.
vending machine. So
That's funny though.
it is
I heard the
hilarious.
panties one, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yup.
Yeah.
Used panties. Because Japan
Like-
wasn't weird enough.
I just, how touched
You
the
think if we
pride.
dropped a third nuke, it'd be different?
No, like, I'm not trying to
Should
like
have dropped
sound
3.
mean. Like, I'm not trying
Should've
to sound
dropped
mean,
5.
but
Wait, what?
how
I mean-
touched the pride do you have to be the point where you're like, I'll just say cuddling for an hour?
Advantage is yours.
Holy
Some people
shit.
don't want sex. Some people just want cuddles.
Well, no, but that's what he
No,
means.
like,
Like,
I totally get it too, but like, how bad does that get?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you want intimacy, but you don't want to fuck. You know?
No,
Like-
no, I'm bad. I remember, like, I get why they
No,
want
he
it,
means,
but
like,
it's
blue-
like,
blue
how
means, like,
bad does it get to that point? Like, how does
Yeah,
it
like,
get to that point?
He
Oh,
means like,
okay.
how is it so bad that you can't like find somebody to have like some type of intimacy where you have to spend money?
And the
on
problem is,
something
I
like
just
that?
can't. I mean, the problem is, I can't even blame guys though at a certain point now, because like.
no, well, and that's
how
the thing.
fuck-
There's no sympathy for those guys, and it's right. And then, like I said, that was kind of the point about that stripper story.
Actually, on that note though, dude, strippers are actually like nice people, like super nice.
Some of them
It's-
are rancid
Some of them are
hoes,
asswipes.
but yeah, some of them are
Yeah,
real
but that's
cool.
kind of their job description.
But hey,
That's
same
the
thing
job
with
description.
Ethot's, bro. Like, Belle Delphine is actually a really cool girl. Like, she refuses to hate or make fun of her audience like a lot of those bitches would.
Okay, to be fair, though, she makes fun of her audiences in her own way, though.
Well, no, yeah, but like, when, like, because I'll never forget this, bro, and I have
El ratio fell off.
I got a lot of respect for her because of this, but when she went on the Ethan Klein show, H3H3, and Ethan Klein and his co-host, whatever their bitch ass is, they tried to get her to, like, wasn't just like making fun of. They were trying to get her to, like, really call out and disrespect and demean her audience, and she wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And she just kept telling him,
Yeah,
she's like,
but-
no, like, they're just regular guys, and, you know, they're socially awkward, or, you know, they can't get a girlfriend, or what, blah blah blah, and, you know, yeah, it's just, and that absolute
but
respect
it-
for her. I mean, she might be a ethot, but I got
But
respect for her because of that.
I mean, let's be real though. Like,
She an ethot,
the
but
whole-
she's wholesome.
the whole bathwater thing was a huge joke.
Sure,
And
but she made
everything, you know?
money on it.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Like that's what I meant when I said like she kind of makes fun
Sure,
of it in
yeah.
their own way, but they play along with it, and that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's not.
Well, yeah,
they
she's
troll
la-
her,
like,
she trolls
fuck
Yeah,
back.
she's laughing with
Yeah,
him, not
exactly.
at him.
Exactly.
You know.
Unlike
Yeah, and
and
she
it's-
doesn't
I mean, that's
demean
also
them. That's the thing, because like Pokimane will straight up demean her audience, or you know, like, and I don't think not Alinity. What's the other?
Amaranth.
Amaranth. Yeah, Amaranth won't do it either. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I
No,
was
she
like
won't.
burping
Yeah.
mid.
She understands. She understands her audience just like Pokimane did, or not Pokimane.
Well,
I don't think.
yeah.
I don't think
Delphine.
Pokimane does.
No,
Delphine is what I
Pokemon's
meant
Yeah.
to
literally
say.
the
Yeah.
definition of.
Yeah, Pokimane is she's the like one of
she
the
gets
toxic
it, but
ones.
she's an asshole about it.
Yeah, and she will demean her audience, and she will
Yeah.
treat them like garbage, while
Yeah, 'cause
fucking
she's
making
almost a
millions
bad
of dollars
person.
on it. But yeah, it's hey.
How's your Destiny comps been?
Oh,
What?
By the way,
I was doing great. I had a nice streak going, and I was up to fucking almost 4,000. And then the other night, 2 nights ago, fucking dude, I got 2 games where one guy left, and even though the guy that stayed almost fucking brought it back, fucking we still lost. So if that guy,
That's rough.
if the guys had stayed, we could have won. And then 2 games we just got straight fucking rickrolled, and I ended up losing like fucking 400 and something. Oh, I was so fucking pissed.
I mean, the fact that you're up to like 3,500, 4,000 already though is really good because you've still got another
Yeah.
40 days in the season.
Yes, but they're getting rid of the title.
Oh, so you can't even
They're-
get it then.
You can still
they're-
get it now,
they're-
but only if you've, if this was your
Done it 2
last
other
one.
times.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't, so I'm kind of.
I mean,
I don't-
it's kind of.
We don't know.
It's
I don't
kinda-
think they've announced it when they're
No,
getting rid of
they
it.
already,
Yeah, that's fair.
They did though. When you,
Oh, did they?
Like when I hopped on the game today, it said like this is the last season to
Oh,
get it.
damn it!
pass
All right,
off.
yeah, well, yeah.
And, I mean, they said they're gonna be because they're retiring, just like how they retired all their old titles, and they're gonna be replacing it with like.
Yeah,
new,
so there's
like,
gonna be new
ones.
ones. So okay, fine, but I really want
Yeah,
it
I mean,
unbroken.
Kind of cool with that.
What
I'm
up,
kinda
Wolf?
not.
I mean, the problem. I mean, I don't. The only thing Unbroken I think is dumb is that it's time gated by
Season. I know.
by seasons. If it was like reset, if it was like you get to 5,500 and reset, climb again, like that's fine. But I think
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
Make it
time
5
gated is, like,
times. Make it
it was the
5
only-
times, but don't
I think
lock
it's
it
the-
down per season.
I think it's the only title that's like time gated because or time
Yeah.
gated to that length
It's
because like for the
not-
raid like the raid challenge modes, those are time gated but only by like a week or so.
The other one
like
that I
the-
think is time gated is the trials one, isn't it?
No, the trials one isn't. You can get it in the season. You just gotta go flawless multiple times and shit.
I thought. Okay, I could just be wrong. I thought it was more.
I mean, I could be wrong
Certainly,
as
I
well,
don't.
but-
I don't think there's any others that are time gated to where you literally need
And
to
that
do it
may-
across 3 seasons.
You know, and that may be why they're getting rid of it.
Well,
though,
then
you
why
know
not
what I mean?
just change it?
Because it
Bungo.
pisses off people. That
Yeah, I
took 3
guess
seasons to
the
get it.
people that did
I
it.
mean, there's it's like the
Fair
catch-22.
enough.
It's-
It's one
Yeah.
of those things where it's like I did this, so I have this title specifically.
Yeah,
And then if they
yeah.
take anything away or. You
Well,
know,
it's like when I
time-
earned this,
they
the
get rid of the time
qualifications were
gate.
X. If you change it, now all
Yeah,
these other
exactly.
assholes get it. Yeah. Fair
like,
enough.
Like with the stuff on the moon, right? It was like, oh, you can still get it, but nobody wants to do the shit. You know, because it's just not fun to do.
Yeah.
Like everything in that fucking game.
That's not true. There's
Shut
quite a lot that's actually enjoyable in that
I
game.
love PvP in this game.
Meme
I
meme's just a
have problems
requirement.
with
He really
PvP. I do think that comp should have specific loadouts.
No,
I just wish they balanced
just-
weapons better.
Yeah, well that's why I'm saying if they had specific like
that's just
They
the
have specific
problem.
loadouts,
I
it'd be
don't think
fine.
I don't think that would work though because Destiny
would.
is you bring your guns everywhere with you to PvE
no, and I understand
and
that.
PvP.
I
and a seamless
understand that, but I'm
transition.
just saying it doesn't work well in a competitive setting. Is my point.
Well,
It would
I mean,
if the
that
weapons were
also-
balanced better.
That or also is the dead truth that like Destiny isn't really a competitive game.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it
Well,
can't be at least
Like
somewhat
the competitive
competitive.
game modes
Oh.
can be made competitive is the thing. And they're
I mean,
not.
Destiny's competitive in its own sense, but it's not competitive like in the same way like other shooters are.
No,
Or,
yeah,
like,
it's not
League
Counter
and
Strike,
stuff
and
like that.
fair enough. But that doesn't mean that they can't.
But I'm just
you
saying,
know,
if you have a
attempt.
competitive game list, you gotta work on it. You know what I mean?
Like I get what you're saying. It's like for me, I don't know. I just think for me,
I agree with
like,
you.
I don't like for Destiny's competitive. My only issue PvP isn't necessarily that like quote unquote it's like competitive robot. My issue PvP is that it's been control. Like when did Forsaken come out? How many years ago was it? Ma'am, do you remember on the top of your head when Forsaken come out?
What?
When did Forsaken come out for Destiny?
I'll Google it. Give me a second.
No, but I mean, you get what I'm saying with that.
No, I
It's
get what
like,
you're saying. Like if they're
2018,
gonna
September
they're gonna
4th.
have
So 4
if they're
years
gonna have a
ago.
competitive mode. If they're gonna have a
And it-
competitive mode, then they should balance it better. I get that. But I mean,
I want to go back to 4 years ago, Destiny.
it's
I do
for
too.
me. It's like we've had control as the main mode for Destiny PvP for like 4+ years now at this point.
Is Destiny
And-
2 launched?
And yeah, but now like with Destiny 2, we had that kill confirm mode at least, but now we only have control and Rumble and Mayhem. But Mayhem's a rotating playlist, so you don't get it all that often.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
which is
then-
up right now.
it is.
Yeah, I know, thank God. But like,
No,
but,
it's,
like,
it's not Mayhem. It's Rumble.
No, it's Mayhem.
Mayhem's
I'm in it right
Mayhem's a rotating mode, but Rumble's like the stay
Rumble,
state of
yeah.
control. I just think that like maybe like obviously I don't think Destiny's like balance wise like it's not going to be super competitive or like whatever you want to call it. But I think Destiny's PvP is a stale point because there's just no new modes, and I think it's just like this game needs more like.
I mean,
like,
I
PvP
wouldn't
modes
turn
than
down new
control.
modes, but for me, it's gun balance. That's everything.
Yeah, again, and that's why I said if they had specific loadouts where it's like, okay, you want hand cannon. This is the hand cannon one, you know, instead of it being like, oh, you need this, 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 and this to have a good hand cannon. Like, if you make it consistent, you're good.
If they just didn't ruin fucking sunsetting with Not Forgotten not being allowed. I still use Not Forgotten.
Bro,
See, no, I wouldn't
That's what I'm
want
saying.
that, right? Because I like the fact that there's different hand cannons
Certain
and
guns
different
should
sniper
not
rifles.
be fucking sunset.
yeah,
I mean, it's still
I'm-
usable in
I'm not
PvP.
saying-
That's the thing. Like,
I'm not
Not
saying
Forgotten would have been fine still for PvP.
no, not forgotten. Like you can still use it in PvP. It's not forgotten's not good anymore.
you can't use it in competitive, and you can't use it in trials, though.
And yeah, but I mean the perk, like the thing about not forgotten is like it was good back in the day, back when you can get consistent 3 tabs of it, but now you can't because the perk just kind of blows. Because before it'd be like 2 headshots, and if you shoot in the body or head, you get the kill guaranteed. And
I
now
don't
they
disagree,
basically and now they reduced that to Ash, and now the gun's basically useless. And then
Like,
what was it?
everyone
Master of
doing it.
Arms. I mean, Master of Arms. Like it didn't really get taken out. It basically got swapped to a reduced version of Frenzy, and Frenzy is not. And you have to be in combat for it to work. That and Harmony.
Oh, you blocking bitch.
I mean, they brought back a lot of the old Pinnacle perks. Just the only perk that probably will never come back as a Pinnacle is Micro Missile, and that's for obvious reasons.
Is it what?
Wait,
I didn't hear what you said.
All the Pinnacle perks from like the old weapons are basically back. Just the only one that's not going to come back is Micro Missile, and that's because it kind of changed grenade launchers into rocket launchers.
Yeah, they made them all pretty.
Enemy has zone advantage.
And like, because grenade
God,
launchers had a
AoE.
certain they had a randomness to them, and they can use them with proximity mines. But like, Micro Missile kind of broke that. It's probably never going to come back.
I mean,
And-
Colony kind of
and
broke
same-
that, to be honest.
Yeah, same with Luna's Howl. Like that's a perk. I think the perk is called Luna's Howl.
Hey, I
Anyways,
finally got that.
that
Four
perk
Horsemen
is not
catalyst
gonna-
swapped.
That perk, I don't think that perk's ever gonna come back because like Bungie's already like they've already said like they think like the perk was too strong, and then
It
like
really
they
wasn't
talk
though.
kind of was. I mean,
I
obviously
mean,
it's
you
not,
say
shit.
that, but it
Like-
may have been compared to other shit in the game at the time.
Like, if you can't hit your shots, then it's garbage.
Well, but that's anything.
Yeah, that's blue.
I just don't think it's ever gonna come back. And
No,
I don't
okay,
think Bungie
here's-
ever wants
here's-
to fuck with it.
Bungie has fallen into the trap that just about every MMO falls into with power creep, right? Because
Again,
like,
there are ways
there-
to fix it though,
there-
and they're just not.
oh,
doing it.
sure there are, yeah, but it's like purple weapons should not be able to compete with legendaries.
Not true.
No, I'm sorry.
You
It's-
mean exotics? I mean.
Exotic.
or exotic, excuse me. Yeah, yeah.
Purple and-
Legendary
they're both
legendary
the same.
weapons legendary weapons should not be able to compete with exotics, right? And it doesn't
No,
matter how
never.
old the exotic is, right? But it's like Ace. There are like 3 or 4 different purple hand cannons now that are better than
Name one.
Ace.
Name
Ace Luna, Igneous Hammer.
Igneous Hammer hasn't been good, and also isn't good anymore. So no.
It still is.
Yeah, it really
my
still
opinion.
is.
Yeah.
It's not as
Yeah,
it's not
you're
used
gonna
as
get
often as
knocked
Ace
down.
Luna, but it's still used and it's still fucking rick
Can I-
rolls.
Can I just ask why we have Mayhem right now, but there's not a seasonal challenge for it this week?
Yeah, that's a good question.
know.
Yeah, but not. I just. Fuck,
That's like the first time they haven't done that.
I
in a
just
long
I just
time.
want.
And it was-
I just want a new mode.
And it was the same thing with oh, what was that stupid? I mean, I'd take it now because fuck
Dude,
man.
I have such a big problem with the way that they changed Gambit. It makes it so
Oh.
much less fair.
What was the
Gambit?
SMG? The purple one.
Which one?
Recluse?
The
Recluse?
stupid Recluse. Yeah, that was the best SMG
Yeah.
in the game for how long?
5 seasons, 4
Right?
seasons.
That should never have happened. Like, I don't mind there being good legendary weapons, sure, but like
they could have nerfed it plenty of times and they just didn't.
No, because like I think Bungie's already stated they want exotics to be more of a play style. That's why guns like Anarchy.
But if
exist.
they're outcompeted by purples, then what doesn't matter if it's a play style? They
Yeah, I
still
agree.
won't get used.
To a point. To a point. I think
don't, I don't
that.
agree with that because Storm,
Let me put it this way.
Storm
let me put it
definitely
this
has
way.
this niche. Same
If-
with Last
if-
Word and all
And
that.
that's fine
I-
if the weapon in question is unique, right? Where it actually has a unique
Fucking
effect.
Stupid.
Fair enough. But for guns like Deadman's, Ace, any of the standard guns where they're just they're just supposed to be the peak of what that class or of weapon or whatever can be. I'm sorry, they should always be the top in their class. That's Deadman should
Right.
always be the
Deadman's-
best
okay,
performing.
Deadman's
It
like,
is, yeah.
It is.
good, like,
But
scout
like,
rifle.
just wait
That's not
until.
true, though.
Well, no, yeah. First off, there are
Name a better scout rifle, please. I'll wait.
It's
Name
not
a
better,
one.
but it's
there are
still good
there
ones
are
that-
scout
Sorry,
rifles
name-
that can
sorry.
compete with it.
Sorry, name one that even competes with it in a 50% downward category, or in like the top 50%.
I don't know the
one out
name,
real
but I
quick.
know there are some.
There's
but-
the red one from the first season.
The only one I think that can maybe do it is the only one I think that can maybe do it is the
Skybirders,
trial
though.
scout. Yeah, obviously, but no, the only
But yeah,
one I
no.
think that
Ace
maybe
has
does
gotten
it
totally
is,
shafted. There's no
How?
good. There's no good. Dude,
It
'cause
has
there,
5 different perks and built-in high caliber rounds.
Hold
so,
on.
bro,
no.
I gotta-
Ace
gotta-
is trash right now, dude. There are
It's
no
still about-
good
it's still about
exotic
that game.
SMGs besides the poison one, and even that one's not that great.
The new one that they dropped.
The poison one, yeah,
super good.
it's okay.
I don't know what it's called because I haven't played with it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
the
have it
poison
yet,
one.
so.
It's okay. There are way better purple ones.
What about symmetry? Symmetry is pretty disgusting.
I don't ever see
is
symmetry.
very-
In
Symmetry-
You don't
PvP?
see it.
Symmetry is
But it's
very
still-
map
it
or
melts.
it's
It
very
still
very
melts.
map oriented, and like its symmetry also falls apart in certain modes. Anyways.
Auto rifles. Are there any good unique auto rifles?
Have not, no, auto rifles just haven't been good. Period. Like at all
They've
recently.
never really been good in the game.
That's
I mean,
not true.
that's
that is not
nah,
true.
I-
Like, in
they
the
have,
beginning
but
of
not
the
very
game, it was
often.
Three seasons ago, it was great. They were top tier.
Every time with 9 Hunger was only good because
Yep.
they could melt bodies, but like they basically took that out, and then 9 Hunger is like any
Yeah,
other
it
auto
was.
rifle.
But they had to nerf
Fusions
it
and
because it
linear
was beating
fusions?
everything else.
You fight
Fusions-
like a demon for these.
Linears
Linear
are
fusion.
used for
There is a
long
good
time.
there is a good linear fusion, but fusions, nobody uses a unique fusion.
First
Everybody
off, I wanna point out,
uses-
linear fusions are OP right now.
Yes, they are. Well, so are regular fusion rifles, if you ask me. But
No,
everybody
but-
uses those
no.
2 purple ones. I can't remember their names. There's the lightning one, and then there's the
I miss using loaded question.
and
Way better.
Hey, Jade
I
Rabbit
guess
is a pretty good
Vigywing, because
scout.
Vigywing is unique.
Can I
but-
just say they completely gutted the fucking Jade
no,
Rabbit
fusions
and just fucked it.
Jade Rabbit is outdated by like 6 years at this point.
Yeah,
'cause
but
Jade-
it's only
Jade-
bad because of like other shit. Is my point. You know.
No,
what I mean?
But that's the problem.
Because the perk's fucking useless. The perk is get body shots to increase headshot damage. when as a scout rifle, it's basically asking, please shoot me. Any other gun.
Well, it's also not even that fast of a shooting scout either.
So like that's the whole like Jade Rabbit needs a makeover as a gun. Same with Skyburner's
yeah. It needs an actual exotic perk that
Yeah.
isn't for PvP at least. Like,
no, just, it needs an exotic perk because it's basically just a legendary scout rifle, Jade Rabbit.
yeah, you're right.
Crimson only really has a place on control, like on console. That's because like Amos is how Amos
Assist,
works with
yeah.
controller and all that magic.
And I guess
gooey
bows, because there is Le Monarch.
Bows have, I
bows
think
have a
bows
lot.
are no
Even
bows have a
tissues is good in
niche.
PvP.
I think bows have a niche that there's players who use them and love them, but not everyone's going to use them because there's a lot of people who just don't like using
Most people
bows.
don't love them.
Yeah, because a lot of people would rather just use a hand cannon and go pew pew, or use a any other gun, basically almost any other gun that
Just
will give
about.
you instant gratification. And obviously bows have their niche because there's like bow
But
swap.
I do want to
and
point out though,
Monarch, but
TQs is actually like a super good bow in PvP because you can just body it, auto aims.
but TQs
You know.
is like the thing with TQs is it's like it's good on paper, but it's one of those guns that like practicality wise in PvP.
And
It's
I've
hard
used
to
it in PvP, and you two tap people as long as you hit that second shot. Like,
Yeah,
which
Le
if you're
Monarch
using
also
bows
does
at all,
exact-
it's even or stronger than other ones. And if you
Le Monarch does that, but like a million times better.
yeah, I'm just saying, but like it's one of those things where like
Also,
they're
they
both
gave Le
good.
Monarch Unrelenting as a catalyst, which that's I don't know how that
That
happens.
is very
but
true.
But anyway, so like, if they wanted to fix balance, what they need to do
Oh, cool.
is, this is what, like, okay, so shotguns, chaperone.
APF4.
And I know chaperone's still a little
It just needs to be nerfed completely.
a
It needs to
little
be
bit,
gutted for
just a
PvP.
little bit. Bows, Le
Its
Monarch,
range needs to be nerfed a bit. I'll put it
hand
that way.
cannons, ace, scout rifles, deadmans. Like, they need to pick one fairly easy to get, unique in every category, and that needs to be
They
the
need to make-
standard by which all the rest are judged. And they always need to be the top, even if it's only by a little bit. They need to be at the top of the pile, because otherwise we get what's happening, which is power creep, where you've got tons and tons of purple weapons
I
that
want to
are
point
outdoing.
out, and I know people would bitch about this. We really, really need to get an exotic that is just dropped from PvP.
Yeah, that would be good too.
I
Or a
mean,
couple of
technically,
them.
That is meant for PvP.
Then
But that's not Jade Rabbit.
Yeah, right.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: Jade Rabbit was made basically for PvP only in mind, and the gun's kind of shit.
Well, yes, but that was literally meant.
But
for,
again,
like,
that's
if
because of
you're bad
power
at the
creep,
game.
because a whole bunch of weapons came out that were
It used
better
to-
than Jade Rabbit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it used to be like top tier.
Yeah, back when
It
because even in double
No.
primary days,
Yes,
even
it
in double
was.
primary days,
No.
Mida was the king. Mida was the king during like vanilla, right?
There was a meta where Jade Rabbit
No,
was so
there
strong.
was not.
Stop. Yes, there was. Where Jade Rabbit would body shot once and then headshot.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, there
I'm
was.
telling you that there wasn't.
You can tell me
All
everything
throughout
you
my
want.
whole
but you're
first
wrong.
fucking time of playing Destiny 2, there was never a time where everyone was like, "Oh, Jade Rabbit's the best right now because it's fucking busted." Like, no, there's.
I remember Mida was the shit. Do you remember how like Mida
Like, I don't know
was?
what the fuck. Maybe you're talking about D1 fucking Jade Rabbit, but there's no fucking
No,
way in Destiny 2
Jade Rabbit
it was ever
was-
fucking this.
Hold up, was
D2.
Jade Rabbit even in D1?
I don't know, but I
Because
know it wasn't.
it was Fate of All Fools, but it was given to that one guy who doesn't play the game anymore, and he was like disabled and brain surgery, the complicated with him.
Pretty sure it was in Destiny 1, but I'm.
It was not. Oh, okay. It was, but it was exclusive to PlayStation.
And it was not busted. It was
Oh,
not
no,
busted
it's
on
only-
fucking D2.
It's only been in D2. I was wrong. It has only been in D2.
Well, I don't ever remember it being. It was
You
available in the
made-
Taken King. What are you talking about?
Well,
The Jade Rabbit?
They-
Yeah,
Power play. Enemy has
it was.
Ooh.
It was only for PlayStation, but
It was called something else. Though is the problem. So it's.
I think are you talking about Fate of All Fools, which I don't think ever got released to anyone else outside of one person.
Zone C lost.
That's what he's talking about. No,
Okay.
Fatal Fool. No, Fatal
That's the
Fools
perk.
is no time to explain.
Fatal Fools is the perk, which is chain body shots to gain bonus damage to your next
No,
position
no,
shot
the
or
gun
return
that he's
ammo to the
talking
magazine.
about it turned into.
It was a
No
gun in
Time to Explain.
D1. It was a gun in
literally,
D1.
I'm literally just reading the whole thing of the Jade Rabbit, and the perk is called Fate of All Fools.
Yes, well, they
No,
also made
that-
a gun
no, but they're-
in D1 called Fate of All Fools that they turned into
Yes, it looks
No Time
like
to Explain.
yeah, yeah, I can,
It looks like No Time to Explain. I can find a picture of it, but
I'm looking at it right now on the fucking thing.
What else are we talking about?
don't worry about it. Give it a sec.
You have zone advantage.
But yeah, just
But I don't
I
ever
just-
remember Jade being fucking busted in D2 and being like a god weapon that everyone was using.
I know was the shit though.
I remember that scout rifle
just
meta
because
where
not
it was used
everybody-
constantly.
Just because not everybody's using it doesn't necessarily mean it's not really, really good.
I mean-
oh, god damn it.
I mean, that's how Bungie. That's how Bungie views it. That's why,
Well,
like,
but that's
bows,
stupid.
Like bows are. I mean, because Bungie balances this game for the bottom
Yeah,
half
for the-
percent versus
Yes.
versus like how other games like League, Valorant,
And
does,
that's
whatever you wanna call it,
unfortunate,
balance for the
because-
top percent.
Well, but
I've
I would
talked
point
about-
out League also does not balance solely for the top, and it fucks everything else up.
I'm pretty sure it does.
It does not
I'm
balance
not-
only
you
for the
have-
top. They have specific things that they balance for low tier because it never gets played in high tier.
And this is part of the problem because, like, it happens all the time
It is,
where scrubs die to a certain weapon because they're scrubs, and the majority of players are scrubs,
Double down.
and so they all cry nerf. And of course, because there's a lot of them, the company says, "Oh no, this weapon might be OP." It's like, well, no, maybe just high skill players
But you don't know
gravitate
how to play
towards
with
it, and scrubs
Yeah,
die
it's
to it
kind-
because they're scrubs.
I mean, it's kind of how bows are, to be honest. 'Cause that's why Bungie will never touch bows, because it's like a small percentage who would use bows to even Le Monarch to a great. I think even Le Monarch, the most popular bow in the game.
I'm literally
still
using a
not
bow right
more
now,
u-
and it's really in Mayhem, and it's really funny.
Like bows are just not used like that enough for Bungie to care about
I
it or
still
like want to
remember
get nerfed.
my Badger using wings, whatever the fucking, I can't remember what it's called.
I like how I never said bows were bad. I said like bows are in like such a small margin.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm
that's
using
why,
it
like, they
because
don't get-
I'm trying to.
Wishender, that's what it is. Used it in fucking competitive PvP or in like
Yeah, that's
fucking-
that's
the
like the
max
most niche
leveling
bow.
of fucking whatever for Legend, and he was using it to fucking peek through walls. It was the funniest shit ever.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like-
Wishender in OP. visually.
Entered zone C.
I don't
like,
know.
Like
info.
it's not a
It's
good.
just-
It's,
For
it
info,
wasn't.
for
It's not a
info,
good
yeah.
bow, but like the
was
guy I was
only
playing
Yoshi's
competitive with
with
that
it
hit
is
Legend
hilarious.
did. He was literally a god with it. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, it's one of those weapons. It's like,
The fucking meme.
yeah, it's a niche thing where you play around it. It's vision, then you do well. If you don't, then you're kind of just shit on.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why, like, I don't know. I think they might do some fusion rifles. I don't think it's fusion rifles are that good, to be honest.
They really are, bro.
I mean,
Fusions right
the
now
Thing,
definitely
I'll
are OP.
compare. I'll use because fusions are only good because Reserve basically had some RNG where he basically sold a god roll and just gave
It's
everyone.
not the
a
only.
shot.
Reason
No, it
they're
definitely
good.
is because
No,
fusions. Because I'll give you because shotguns out of the box are good. You can get a shotgun with worse perks than god.
No.
and it'll still
But
be
the thing
usable.
is,
But
is
a bad
fusions,
fusion rifle will be almost unusable.
fusions are basically just shotguns right now,
Except they're
little
long
bit.
range.
Quote unquote.
with
Yep.
a little bit more range. Yeah.
Nah, a lot more range, dude.
Yeah,
You
they
s-
used to be garbage. They used to be super weak, but Bungie buffed them.
They not just that they got buffed. Over time, people just got better fusion rifles. Because like,
Yes,
like
but it
Omega-
became meta because they buffed fusions as a class. Because it used to be bad because of
And
the way
came
that
out with the
bullets would
perks.
come out.
Remember
Yeah.
that the only good fusion at the
Look.
time was loaded question when that was a thing.
firmly planted has been in the game forever. They just took it out. They just took it off fusion rifles. They thought it was too strong. But then they have broken perks for shotguns. Like, I don't think a shotgun should be allowed to have opening shot. But you know, that's just me.
I think that's
Yeah, that
fine
is-
to
yeah.
a point. I don't think slugs should.
No, I don't think any shotgun should have opening shot because like I just don't think.
I
Also,
think-
there's a lot of perks I think should be signature. I think snapshot should be signature on sniper rifles. Period.
Either on snipers or on scouts.
Snipers and linears.
Or yeah, something like that.
I don't think scouts need snapshot. Unless it's
No,
like,
that's the
unless
point.
unless they fucking literally ruin fucking ADS speed for scouts.
It'd be pretty funny.
But
They
then that would, like the scouts would be worse than they already are if they did that.
Yeah, I definitely was outside of Witherhoard in that at that spot, but okay.
Yeah, so I don't think linears are not linears. Linears,
There's
what's
only
it
like
called?
2 or 3 good linears right now.
The exotic
so-
one they added, I never understood that choice for Bungie because like they talked about Arbalest being strong and they didn't want it to be in the game.
Arby's was never strong though.
It was extremely strong on console because the
Eh,
aim assist basically
yeah.
guaranteed headshots.
See, but that's just console. That's like such a fucking.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I guess
no,
you could
but
say
it
it's a
was-
big fucking like.
it's a
part
of the
no,
that's the
no,
thing.
I'm
They
sorry,
should be
that's a big
balancing
portion.
console and
Where they're at.
That's a big portion, man. Like it really
I
is.
know.
they
that's
should be
what I'm
balancing
that's what I'm
console and PC
saying.
completely separately.
Well, the game's crossplay, so they can't do that.
I mean, they do. They tune Deadman specifically on mouse and keyboard and more controller. Like they do.
They
tune
can in
these
fact
and
and
stuff.
do in
it's one of
fact
the
do it.
I mean, it's
But
one of the reasons why. It's
because
one of the
they're
reasons why
stupid.
they do it all the time. They do not all the time, but they do Last Word. Last Word is almost unusable on mouse and keyboard, and it's actually viable on controller. I know that because like while I was on vacation, I hopped on a game of Destiny to see what try Last Word because I forgot my mouse. Ignore that, by the way. I forgot my mouse, so I used Last Word on controller, and like for the first time ever, I felt like Last Word was actually viable again.
It's
I'm
just
like,
because
what
of the
the fuck
aim
is it?
assist.
Yeah, because like Last Word, because aim assist, I feel like my shots would actually land. Versus if I pull Last Word right now on mouse and keyboard, I'd be lucky if I feel like the gun would want to do anything for me.
That's fair. Dude, you know what I realized why I really don't like this season that much for Destiny?
I love this.
No,
scene.
Raz,
It's-
tell us.
It's that and I've said this before, a lot of the shit feels the same as other things. Like the fact that they literally have the missions as a thing every week is a little bit
What do you
annoying.
mean?
to me.
What missions are you talking about?
The story mission for the week.
I mean, those ended. I mean, this one was kind of short, to be honest. But
Wait, no, I'm not saying the altars. I'm saying literally like the campaign missions
I mean, those are
being
just,
like a thing where
I mean, they have those as a pinnacle activity mainly because
Yeah.
it'd just be a waste to have that content in the game just to never use it again. It's one of the reasons.
What
why
gets
content
me-
vaulting is-
And
what was the whole
this-
point of them doing the
yeah, well, you get
harder version of it though? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Was
there is
replayability.
Yeah, it's a harder version.
what irritates
Yeah,
me
like,
is, yeah, Destiny's never going to be competitive like Counter-Strike was competitive. Fair enough. But they have a competitive mode, and that mode could be competitive. Again, not like Counter-Strike, but it could be competitive in the Destiny 2 scene. But it's completely fucked by the meta of the rest of the game because, like, Glory right now has turned
Whatever
into...
the fucking flavor of the month is.
Well, and
or
it's turned
season.
into nothing but shotguns, fusion rifles, basically whatever one-hit kill weapon you can strap on and fucking do well with. And it's fucking because you get because everybody drops fucking
As long as you
special
have ammo. For
ammo.
it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but everybody drops special ammo, and you start with 2. You want to, like, if I was gonna fix Glory,
You give
just
one.
and there's only like a 25% chance of dropping special ammo when you die. If
I
you
don't
ha-
even think you do that because I think that RNG can make it to where someone gets 5 drops in a row.
I thought,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but,
I heard,
like,
I
you
heard
know,
an example.
but that would
sounds like
that would
there's-
fix a lot of problems with Glory, and it would make it a lot more competitive. You'd have to actually have gunfights with regular guns and not just fucking fusion rifle versus fucking chaperone.
As shit as this sounds, I think you completely make it to where you can't use exotics.
No, I don't want that. No.
I know you don't because of what you use, but I'm just saying if you're gonna
No,
make
but
it
even without
competitive,
that, like I
you
could use
can't
a
have-
different hand cannon, but it's
You can't.
it's still
But but the point I'm making is like if you're gonna make it competitive, it has to be consistently competitive.
yeah,
You
but
c- you
consistently
can't have a bunch
competitive
of
doesn't necessarily like the
which
reason
again, that's
it's
why I'm saying
the
if you had
reason it's
loadouts,
not
it would make it doable. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
no, because then it
because
would
they've
just
done
be
Halo. They've done Halo. They can do the same shit. It's not that hard.
no, but I don't want that in Destiny. That's not what Destiny is. Like that would defeat the whole purpose, because then it wouldn't be Destiny. Like I said, it's not even. I think just tweaking how much special ammo you have and get would immensely help, because then it wouldn't literally just be people with fucking chaperones, fusion rifles, and sniper rifles running around, or fucking Le Monarch and a hand cannon.
I don't see that making it worse by reducing how much ammo you have. They're still going to be used more than other weapons, because you're
Yes,
still going to
but
get
they
them
won't. It
sometimes
won't
on
be
drops.
every fucking kill, right? Because this is what every fucking kill is. It's somebody sliding around the corner with a fusion rifle, tagging you before you can duck to cover, and then they get the ammo drop, so they run up and get it, and then they go after you again. And it's, if you're not using one of those weapons, which I don't want to do, I don't want to fucking use fusion rifles, then you're fucked. Unless you can somehow get them to run out of ammo, and then you can finally have a regular gunfight. Like, that's the thing. In non-glory PvP, there's too many people to be using weapons like that all the time. But in glory, it's 3v3. So, and the amount of special ammo you get per per interaction is a lot higher, because there's just less people running around constantly, and you don't miss as much because there's less going on. All it would take, one special ammo to start, and a lower chance of dropping special ammo if you have special ammo on you when you die. I think that would not fix it, but it would at least fix a lot of it.
First off, I think that if you don't have special ammo, it shouldn't drop. Period. Like they have it now.
It doesn't.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I do. And then I think that at the same time, I don't know. It's weird, because I think it would have to be lower than 0.25%, though. You know what I mean?
20%.
If you're gonna do that, like less than 25%.
Yeah. 20%,
Because
15%.
what happens, it has to be really low if you're gonna do that, or it has to be really high.
Well,
It
you
can't
just
be
got
the
to, like,
middle.
general odds. If it's at 20%, you have 5 lives plus the 3, so it's 8. So you'll get on average 1.225, something like that. So like 1.25, 1.5 extra special ammo drops per match, which means you've got the 3 initial, or it's assuming everybody has a special weapon. You'd get the 3 original that you started with, and then you'll get somewhere between 1 and 2 throughout the match, which I think that would work. That'd be okay. And you could even cap it, right? You could say it's say it's a 25% chance, but you can only ever get 2 per match.
Okay, so and this, I'm gonna say this only because this is what would happen if that was the chance, or if that was the percentage and it had that cap on it. As soon as people would lose that, they would swap their weapon over and would.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, but
Again,
I just want more
gunfights in glory.
No, and I agree. I think it should be less.
And this is what
shotties,
pisses me off, because when they revamped skills, like I don't know how many patches ago, and they were doing all these tweaks and shit, they specifically said that they wanted to make PvP to the point where skills and stuff were used less, and they wanted more gunfights with things like auto rifles, hand cannons, scout rifles, blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay,
and they tried to do that this season, and it didn't work the way they thought it would.
It did in regular Crucible.
Yeah,
I mean,
but not
it did, because no, it definitely did, because ability spam isn't even close to what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. But that, again, in regular Crucible, it's not that bad, right? Because the amount of special ammo you get to how many players there are and where they all are and stuff.
Well, and you also have the problem with basically infinite respawns. Obviously, it's not infinite, but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, and anything that applies to glory also applies to. I wouldn't even want to fucking play Trials of Osiris, man, because it's gonna be just as fucking toxic as glory, except 10 times as salty and sweaty. And it'll be all the same shit. It'll be all fucking fusion rifles, chaperones, and fucking shit like that, sliding around corners and getting the hit, and then fucking snatching your ammo and doing it all over again. And there's nothing you can do about that except for constantly run away and hide. Like,
You could
unless
just
you,
not suck.
yeah, fuck you. But
That doesn't make sense.
well, yeah, especially because I don't suck. But you know, hey, memes
That's
Debatable.
debatable.
memes not known for his smarts, so you know.
No, I'm kind of with him on the being debatable because you have games where you just can't hit a shot.
Well, sure, like anybody
Literally
else.
king of throwing. Okay,
Throwing.
prince of throwing. My bad.
Fuck yourself.
You know, I at least
I-
have the benefit of Digi being able to say that I can clutch.
Mhm.
Because I've done it in matches with him.
Mhm.
I have
Yeah.
the
I
clutch
can
gene
clutch
sometimes.
too. I got the fucking the video caps to prove it.
Yeah, Digi has the video caps of mine.
Was
who
it
fucking
Blue?
cares?
Blue, was it you and me and Bruiser
Ugh.
that hit 5,500 for comp back in
Yeah,
the day?
yeah, but that was
during,
back in the day.
Shadow.
Yeah, get out.
I
I
don't-
would have done it too
They did-
if I had
they
done
did
it back
also-
when
I
Ace
could
was
probably
fucking
still
God
do it
mode.
now if I still wanted to play, but I
Let's
don't
do
want
it,
to play
bro.
those games.
They did also
Go
make
ahead.
it harder
Do
to
it solo
level up
queuing.
in comp.
Yeah, they did
Mhm.
a lot harder.
I
Although
mean,
You
Again,
get a
I-
lot. You
why
get a
would
lot
I
less
want to play that
points.
game though? I don't
mean,
want
what do you
the
mean-
I think
I
they
mean,
tweaked it a little more to where you get a little tiny bit more per win
It's
and a
still
little tiny bit
bad.
less. It
No,
is still
you
bad though.
Make that much of a
definitely get
difference.
more than you used to. Like,
Not-
Well,
way
not
not more.
back.
No,
originally.
not more than like a year and a half ago. You get more than you would 2 or 3 months ago.
Which-
I
Yeah.
remember
I-
playing combat like comp where like when if you had a good match streak and you won 3 games, one loss would set
One
you
loss would
back
wipe it
a
out, yeah.
level.
It's not quite at that level anymore, but
Well,
it
they-
is still pretty
They also
close.
fixed that because it was actually doing that this season.
Of course it was.
But
And
did you
then they
guys
were like,
hear?
yeah, we don't
Dog.
like that, so we're gonna, yeah.
Did you guys hear about? Is it iShow Speed?
Oh yeah, he raged in Valorant. It was the funniest shit ever.
I
It
heard
was.
about that.
And then
he's
people
permabanned in all
people
games now.
people are saying a bunch of shit, even though like it's like come on, like you guys didn't play back in like fucking 2009 and whatever, playing Modern Warfare 2 and shit.
Well,
like,
no.
fuck
So-
off.
It's not just that, right? Permabanned him from every single.
That's
Riot
the
game.
big thing, right?
Yeah, that's also stupid. I
Yeah.
didn't know
So
about
he is
that.
now banned from all Riot games. All
That's
of them.
so
Do you know how
why?
long?
Mate's new
Because he was
account,
being racist.
Lamau.
Actually, you can't. He's IP banned.
Yeah.
Like
What?
he's
Gets a
Tyler
new
one banned.
IP, Lamau.
He's Tyler
No,
one
but
banned.
what? Wait, Tyler One got banned recently again?
No. I'm saying he got the Tyler one treatment.
Oh. Well, he came back later, didn't he, Tyler One?
Yeah, after 7 years.
And he still ended up getting Grandmaster
Because
or whatever
because
the
he just
highest
kept
rank
making
was
it despite
in
the
all
fact that
three.
he was banned. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
so-
mean,
so
the
this
whole
is
thing
some
was
shit.
that them banning him made no difference to him.
Why? Well, like I don't like. What's the reason they banned him? What did he say?
Because he told a
Like,
chick who got involved in something that was really not her business to go back to the kitchen.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny as shit.
It
He's
was
like,
funny
is
as
this a woman
fuck.
talking to me? Is this
Yeah.
a bitch? And I was like, bro,
Go
like,
fucking
that's
make
so-
some
I was like-
dinner.
I was like, bro, it's like I'm back in 2000 fucking whatever playing fucking
Right?
MW2, and I'm like,
Dude,
bro,
that's-
this is great.
Dude, that's so tame. Like he could have.
By the way, while some of the other people on his team were
we're laughing.
yelling racial slurs at him and shit.
Oh, but here's the problem. He.
But
that's
he's the
fine,
problem. Yeah.
But you
Isn't
can't.
he?
You can't
He's
make,
also black, so I don't
He
know
is
why everyone
black,
gets
yeah.
upset.
Listen. No, he even listen. You know what he did wrong? He upset a white woman, so
Do you
therefore he's evil.
Do you wanna know the actual reason that they went ahead and banned him though? It's
It's
because
gonna be stupid.
it's because of Riot's lawsuits that they've had against them being about sexism and shit like that.
How
Yeah,
does that,
why is
how does
that-
that?
why
How
is
does that? Have, hold on. How does that fall under Riot's responsibility at all? That's so stupid.
Because it's on their game.
So what?
It's not.
That's what it comes down to.
No, that's stupid because that's
It's
not
stupid, but that's the actual
So
reason.
that means I should fucking sue Facebook and everything else that I use because
Yeah, for a mean
sexism bullshit
Twitter
or
for a mean
whatever.
tweet.
Like, come on, that's a stupid argument.
It
Don't even
is.
at me.
If they don't do anything for it, you can sue them. There
Well,
are
you
lawsuits for it.
can sue for anything, but that doesn't mean
No,
you're
no,
gonna
no. But
win.
I'm saying there are lawsuits for shit like that, and the people that sue them win.
I X to doubt. I want to see.
Like what?
I
No,
want to
like,
see
what
some
did- like,
proof
what did they-
because literally
I'm not trying to,
every time you don't
what-
read the TOS and sign it, it literally says on it, we are not responsible for any online interactions between you and other players. Like,
Pretty sure it's
What-
been
but,
all around
like,
since
what-
like fucking early 2000s.
yeah,
Like,
ever since it was
like,
online play.
I'm not like I don't want to ask, but like why? Like what they sue for exactly? Like other than like 'cause, like
Emotional
when-
damages or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's
Something
different.
stupid like that. Yeah, of course.
But
Well,
it
and this
doesn't
okay,
matter.
so this was the best
Am I
part of
the-
this, right?
Am
So
I the one who thought the Asian guy saying emotional damage?
emotional damage.
But I'm just saying, there's a bunch of like stupid shit like that fucking passes in court.
Oh, I don't buy that for a second. Well, the reason they're doing it is because they're getting bad press and they want
Yeah, they're trying to
something
save
they can hold
face.
up. Yeah, that says, see, we care about women. So thank God, just like
But
McCree.
that's what I'm saying. It's because they had that whole shit.
Well,
happen.
sure, but it's not because of it.
It's a combination of. It's one of the reasons.
Yeah, sure it is. And my name's fucking Joe Mama.
Yeah, it's just like McCree getting renamed to fucking Cole
I don't
Something
think
Cassidy.
stupid.
I think it's
Women are now
probably
safe.
More so bad. I think it's more so the bad press thing.
That's
actually,
the
dude.
well,
Yo,
yeah,
It,
like
it is, but I'm saying it's.
They banned him.
yeah.
they
The
just saved
initial,
all
the inciting
women.
incident
Wow.
might have been the lawsuits,
Yes.
but this
It's the
particular
combination of
instance
everything.
is nothing but them saving face.
I mean, and
Yes,
it's
I'm just
the
saying specifically though. It's a combination, pressed because of that.
It's also
But no.
because this was all public too. So
What-
like, if this
Yeah.
was just a normal game chat,
Well, and this is what gets me right. So fucking the Twitter post that Dexerto, I don't know, the Dexerto made a Twitter post about it. And of course you get fucking people in there, and like this chick, dude, or I'm sorry, I don't want to misgender her. She said she's a demi something or a fuck
Igor,
or
She's
other.
just brain
Let's go.
dead.
Brain dead.
wait. what
She
the fuck is
goes,
Demi?
I don't fucking know, bro. Anyway, she goes,
Same with Morgan.
well, see, it'd be one thing if he was just joking around and flaming his buddies, but he was streaming, and therefore he's streaming to a bunch of impressionable teenagers, and this might teach them.
That's a shitty argument.
Well, and this is the thing, right? It's like, okay, so first off, if they're
That's
that
a fucking argument, to be
if
fair.
they're that impressionable, then they shouldn't be watching or playing violent video games or watching violent movies or anything like that. And we all know that's bullshit. So that's a bunch of bullshit. 2, nobody is that impressionable. And 3, even if they were, we're going to have an epidemic of a bunch of 12-year-olds telling women to get back into the kitchen and talking.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're
and
in
that-
2009 again.
And that's the thing, and it's like, yeah, now we're gonna have 12-year-olds talking shit in game chat
Why?
as
why
if
is
they
Blight
didn't
Ranger
do
still
that
disabled?
before.
It's not even like that bad. People are just stupid.
No, it really
Bro,
fucking isn't.
real question. Why do they still have Blight Ranger disabled?
Which one is that?
That's the helmet for hunters for Arc stuff.
Oh, no idea.
Why? Like,
I
I
don't
just
know.
don't get why it's still disabled because they disabled that week
Probably-
2.
Because they haven't
Probably
fixed
'cause
it
they
yet.
haven't fixed it.
I mean, they haven't even patched. Like, there hasn't been a patch for a long ass time.
I'm just saying, like it's really weird that they haven't fixed that by now. You know what I
Back to the whole like ban thing though. I don't know. I think it's so unnecessary because it's like, they said like those guys in chat they said like racist jokes or whatever. Yeah, it's jokes, not a big deal, obviously. But by their logic, those guys would also
Yeah,
get
those guys should have been
terminated,
banned from everything as well.
But they probably weren't, by the way.
I don't think they were.
Well,
I have
you
not
know, we
heard
also don't
anything
know,
about. Oh yeah, don't know, but I
though.
don't.
We wouldn't know. We would not know. They
Well, I
wouldn't tell
think
us.
he was. I think he was on with a couple of other streamers, but I don't know 100% on that.
I still think the worst people are the ones that are saying, "Oh my god, blah blah blah," and then they're acting like they never did that shit themselves.
I know, right? That's
No, it's
Like
not
those
that's
even-
people
for
can
sure.
fuck off.
It's not even
I
that.
don't know what
just
you're
hate-
talking about.
hate
I
the
would never do
I
such a
hate-
thing.
Dude,
I
I
will
hate this
own
whole.
up and own all up to the
I-
shit that I said in
I-
fucking Modern
no.
Warfare 2, and I don't give a
No.
fuck.
No, like I hate this
That's
whole
being
Vic,
sarcastic,
dude.
obviously.
I hate this whole victim shit, dude.
Well,
Dude,
I-
it's always gonna be a problem from now on though. Is the
Oh,
problem,
yeah.
and it sucks.
And it's
Up
gonna
until-
get worse.
Like
Up until
No, but-
everybody gets fucked over
What's up,
for it.
Apollo?
it's so no like the hate is so blatant too because it's like it goes down to shit like Because like I guarantee you, if those girls or the girl whatever was telling him he had a small wiener, he should just go
Yup.
jump off a cliff in Minecraft.
And that was
he's the problem with men, blah 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 blah, blah all
dude.
that type of shit.
That was another point I
Yeah.
made on Twitter because some guy was like, oh, or no, excuse me, that same Demi bitch was like, oh yeah, when guys get insulted, it's usually about how bad they play and da da da. And when girls get insulted, no, shut the fuck up,
That's so
because
cap.
the
That's such
first
bullshit.
thing
is
that
such bullshit.
everybody goes to is lol virgin or incel or your penis is small or some shit like that.
Your dick is
So
small.
don't even fucking come at me with that nonsense. And then the other thing is, because she was saying, oh, we gotta fucking, we can't have people like this in here and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, this.
Well, it's because it's all woke shit.
Well, there's it. This is
It's
why
only accountability towards specific people.
Well, that's it. This is why, quote unquote, girl gamers will never be respected, because instead of handling something like this as an adult, you can ignore it, you can clap back at them, and or you could just mute them. Instead of doing that, which is what an adult would do, you're going to act like a child and demand somebody, quote unquote, protect you from mean words said on the internet. Like, no one is going to respect you if that's how you handle a situation like this, ever.
No matter how many times they ban people, they're still gonna respect you. And that's probably that's probably one of the things they hate, by the way, is that like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How hard the censorship goes down, there's
This
not
thing,
gonna get
simultaneously
respected by the people.
demanding the same respect as everybody else while demanding special privileges.
I mean, also respect is earned, but we went through that. I don't know if we're gonna get in depth on that one, but
yeah, fucking absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, and there's the what's the name? Sarah Dadevshar, NPC Sarah. This is a huge yikes, and we do not want players like this in our community at all. I went ahead and permabanned this player from Valorant as well as all other Riot games. Thanks for raising this. Please keep raising stuff like this and reporting so we can make Valorant safer.
Safer. No one's fucking
The game
dying.
where you shoot
Jesus Christ.
people safer.
Yeah, nobody's
No.
unsafe,
No.
by the way. Nobody.
No one's dying. Like
The only
dude, I hate,
the only people unsafe are your players because you just want their fucking money.
dude. No, I don't give the whole like we gotta make a quote unquote safe. Like, what do you mean by that? What's the risk factor?
safe
Like,
from
every
what?
time like when you play Valorant, is there a chance that someone's gonna go in there and mug you? Like, does Valorant protect you from that as well?
Is there a chance if you get headshot, your head actually explodes in real life? Like, and okay,
Crazy.
so JC, if girls actually talk shit back to me, I'd like them more. Oh man, do I have some shit to say about this? So, hang on.
I'd love a girl who could bark back, but that you don't get those. So
I agree to an extent. I think if
So
you're
there
directly
was-
getting, if
so there
people are
was that
directly
girl.
threatening you, then that's a whole other thing.
Threatening
yeah,
what? Well, how are they gonna follow through on that threat?
Doesn't matter. Do you know how many people pull IP addresses? That is super fucking easy and super common.
I could understand taking action against a physical threat, but even then, it's like, it's still silly because it's like, what the fuck are they? How are they gonna get your IP? How?
I don't
It's
know.
not
I
like
don't know how to
it's
steal
not like
people's
it's
IP, but people
Facebook.
do it.
It's not like it's
Dude,
Facebook.
You can do it through anything though. That's the thing.
A game? No, you can't.
Yes, yes, you can.
How would they access it?
I mean,
People
they can
do
definitely
it.
dox you through a game.
Yeah.
Pull your
Anyway.
IP.
So, in response to JC, so there, the one of the best things I ever saw, and I think I told, I don't know who about it, but I know Blue or whatever, but some girl got, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like, get back in the kitchen or whatever, and so the girl streamer just immediately claps back, I'm gonna go to your house and fuck your dad so I can give him a son that he actually loves.
That was funny.
My girl
I've
just
seen
did
that
a
clip.
double
It's fucking
take on that
hilarious.
one. Savage, right? Okay, and here's the thing. So, oh man, I got into a huge thing on this, about this on Facebook, and it was about some exact shit like this, right? So, there's several things going on. One, yes, there's always assholes. Always. There's just going to be douchebags, guys and girls, and their only goal is to troll, piss you off, get you heated, shit like that. And so, bye, babe. When they do something like get back in the kitchen or whatever, and because the girls always bitch, it's like, oh, but it's always about this. It's like, yes, because that's what gets the reaction. That's why they go to that first, because that's the most likely thing. If you know that your target is a woman, that's what's most likely to get a reaction. Just like if your target is a guy, the thing that's most likely to get a reaction is lol, virgin, small penis, incel, right? So the reason that you always hear this shit, it has nothing actually to do with your gender other than the fact that because you care about it, that's what gets a reaction. 2, a whole lot of this, right? Yes, there's the douchebags and the assholes and the ones that are actually mean about it. Fine, fair enough. But like when me, Brem, Blue, Meme, Brass, anybody in this server, when we joke like that, the same thing that happens with any group of, and this is a guy thing, but women are entering guys' spaces and they're demanding to be treated like guys. So we do. What do guys do with each other? They rag on each other. And there's a reason for that. We're testing to see if you have a sense of humor, if you don't take yourself too seriously, if you can take a joke easier than taking a dick, right? If you can handle
You
a
can
little...
dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. If you can't handle being made fun of...
Movie.
Yeah, it was. If you can't handle being made fun of, well, then 1, you're either a humorless fuck and we want nothing to do with you, or 2, or a uber ultra sensitive fuck and we don't want anything to do with you, or 2, you're just a useless cunt who breaks down at the first sign of anything bad. Because if you can't fucking handle being made fun of, you certainly can't handle fucking something, truly bad happening. And in any of those cases, right, because the girls assume that this only happens to girls. And it's like, no, sweetheart. This is a test that guys do to everybody, guys and girls. And you are failing. And if a guy fails that test, he gets kicked out of that club too, because they assume that it's the, quote unquote guys club, the boys club, and that it's no girls allowed. And we only do it to...
They assume there's a male solidarity, and it's like, no, there's definitely no male solidarity.
There is and isn't, I'm not going to say there isn't any, but in this case, with this kind of behavior, if a guy fails that test, because the guys will talk shit about a new guy that enters the group, and if they fail that test, they get fucking booted out too. It's not like it's only women who get subjected to this and then, get booted out because they can't take a joke. No, the same exact shit happens to guys too. And that's, again, we're testing to see if you have a sense of humor and if you can handle being, hanging with the guys. And the irony of this shit is that these chicks are demanding entry into male spaces, traditionally male spaces like video games, especially hardcore competitive video games. They demand equal treatment and the same levels of respect that we supposedly give to, guys. So then we do, and we treat them exactly like we would treat guys. And then they fail the test, and then we treat them exactly like we treat guys and boot them out. And then they bitch, whine, and moan that they were booted out and demand special fucking privileges, which of course only further proves that we're not going to want anything to do with you, because that is the ultimate bitch move, is running to fucking the mommy or the teacher or the boss or whatever and bitch, whining, and moaning that you got made fun of, and then getting them to fucking insist that we include... God, dude, God, It's so fucking ridiculous.
No one. Like, kids, like, no one liked that kid that they would force that the teachers would force. They had to include him. Quote unquote.
Exactly. Nobody
Like-
likes that kid.
I do have one comment on this though, right? And it has nothing to do with like this specific case, because you were talking about how like when people say shit, whatever, it's whatever they're saying shit. I think at a certain point when you start intentionally trying to ruin the game for someone or whatever you're doing, as a game company, you don't want them in the game.
Yeah, but there's
Obviously,
tools.
in this case, it
no,
was a
but there's
different thing.
tools against that. You
They
can
don't
block
work.
them. Yeah, they do. You can block mute.
Yeah, but that doesn't get them out of your game. That's what I'm saying. Like if
Yeah, but-
every time they come into the game, they come in to troll and just be a dick, and you don't want them. Like as a company, you don't want them in your game. Obviously, this situation was a little bit different, but I'm saying if every single time they're in the game, they're just sitting here.
Well,
trying
how
to
are they
ruin it
gonna
for
get?
people,
How are they gonna get? Like,
You realize how many people play the game though, right? Like that's the point I'm making. Like
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
just
no, no. I
block
get.
mute
I
them.
get. Yes, you can.
And yeah,
If-
but I'm just saying. But it's gonna keep happening, and that person's gonna keep going into other games. That's my point.
Yes, but like, depends on what they're doing. Are they actually doing something in game that is ruining the experience for the other players? Sure. Okay. Fine. You can, suspend and or ban if it keeps happening. But if all it's happening is they're insulting, well, I'm sorry. There are tools for that. You don't ever have to hear from that person ever again if you don't want to, and it's a right click away. And then they can't do it. It's not like they can do anything about it. They can't unmute themselves in your. Doesn't matter if they they leave the game and come back, or you end up getting paired with them again later on down the road. It doesn't matter. They're still muted, so you're not going to hear the
Yeah, no, I'm
harsh,
saying
mean
if
words.
they're like specifically going in to try to ruin the shit.
Well, yeah,
So,
but
you know
again,
what I mean? Like, they're, like,
those are
talking
two
about shit.
separate circumstances.
Yeah, but my point that I'm making though is that like a lot of times the people who are being toxic on a consistent basis are the ones doing that as well.
Sure, and if
And
they
that's
are,
not
fine.
always, but
Ban away. But as far as like insults and shit like that go, no, I'm sorry. There are tools available to everybody that plays these games. I mean, shit, man. Lots of games don't even have like League. You can't even fucking talk to other players anymore. Destiny, you
yeah,
can't even
because
talk
they know
to
it's
the
gonna
other
be
team.
terrible.
That to me is stupid because shit talking is hilarious. But
Yeah, but okay, but the point is like if you're playing an intentionally competitive game like League, the last thing you want is to be in a voice call and have them start screaming, having to mute them, and then having to deal with that shit too.
Or like I understand not having a voice chat because like
Yeah, like,
That's the
I
cost-
get it.
that's the cost of
almost
doing
mute-
business.
No,
I
but I
mute
get it.
all-
In
I
League, though.
almost mute all pings, by the way. just
Because
that's-
League is bad enough that even if you are in voice chat, half the time someone's still gonna get pissed because it's directly what happens in your lane directly affects the rest of the game.
sure,
I get
but
it there.
again, that's see, and the funny thing is
It's
that
a MOBA thing.
no, it's because Dota 2 is not like that, bro. Do you know how few and far between I encountered a player that was actually a douchebag over the mic in Dota? It never happened.
Do you know how often it happens in Smite and other MOBAs though? It happens a lot. Dota's
Yes.
an outlier by a lot.
And it's funny how
but you only ever
hold
played
up,
2
hold
games,
up.
though.
No, I've played lots of games, bro. It's funny how the games that have the most egregious anti-toxicity measures are the ones that have the most problems with toxic players.
It's shit talking.
It's not Dota it's not Dota that has problems with toxic players like League does. It's not
Like,
fucking
what's a toxic player? Like, is it just someone saying mean things?
well
Yeah.
that starting
There's
with
there's a
that
couple
and
things.
going up
There's a
to
couple
like
things.
ping spamming, screaming into the mic,
Oh, I mute all pings
anything like
anyways.
that. Anything. Oh well, no, but I mean,
I-
there are lots of things that you can do to try and ruin the experience
Yeah,
of another
I
player.
know there's a lot of things you can do. I never had to
in
deal with
Overwatch,
the
it's-
spam shit.
In Overwatch,
Overwatch
it's emote
is
spam.
Terrible with it.
Again, and
Dude,
Blizzard is going
Yeah,
whole hog
okay,
on
hold up, though.
anti-toxicity measures.
I want to point out.
Counter
though,
Strike doesn't have that problem.
I want to point out specific. Overwatch does have, or sorry, CS:GO does have that problem.
Go does. Source never did. I mean, yeah, you get a douchebag every once in a while, but you mute him, everybody ignores him, and you get on with your life, and it's no big deal. You don't
Yeah,
need.
but again, if you look at it, look at the games that have gotten it now that previous versions didn't because it became a problem. That's the thing. Like most of these measures aren't there at the start, and they add them because it's a problem already in the game.
But the problem only gets worse after they add the measures in. And here's why. So, Overwatch. Played it almost from the beginning. Halfway through, something like that, season 7, 8, 9, I can't remember exactly when, but a
It wasn't
good.
even that toxic originally.
It wasn't. No, it was
It
fine.
wasn't because nobody nobody understood the game enough.
No,
But
no.
you get to the point where people get so into a game that like if they're losing, they get pissed off because they're
Yes, but that's
competitive.
usually a one-time thing, right?
It's not though.
And
No,
all
no,
you
no,
do-
no,
You
no,
have
no,
enough
no.
people.
All
It's
I'll
not.
do is
Hold
I'll
up,
just tell
hold
them
up,
to
hold
fuck
up.
off and
For
move on with
for
my
any
life.
individual player, for any singular interaction, that's a one-time thing, right? And obviously, the more players a game has, the more likely it is to occur to you, because there's just simply more players, so there's more of a chance of there being toxic players. Fair enough. But when Overwatch was starting out, and it had a shitload of players even when it started out, so it's not like there was a low population, and this was before the huge drop in player count too. We did not have problems with people fucking, I
It
never.
does get worse the lower amount of people are in the game because
Well,
they tend to be the
Well,
higher
here's what
amount of
happens.
toxicity.
So, like I said, season 7, 8, 9, whatever it was, Blizzard and Overwatch implement their anti-toxicity rules. Literally that day, as soon as that thing went live, and with the things that included were they would record voice chats, they monitored and recorded, but kept track of text chat. There was the gamified report system where if you reported somebody, you
You get the feedback.
yeah, you get the feedback, right? So you get a little reward if you report somebody and they get punished. Immediately, I was like, I played like a day or two after that system went live, and we were playing a game. Somebody gets pissed off. They write something fucking minor in the text chat. It wasn't even voice chat. They didn't even scream at anybody or anything. They just wrote something fucking barely edgy, not even edgy for a 12-year-old in text chat. And immediately the player who was the target of this said, "What was that?" and fucking reported fucking, and who knows, right?
First off, I don't think you should ever be rewarded for reporting someone. That's
Oh,
stupid
absolutely
as fuck.
not. Yeah, it gamifies it, and it brings out the worst in people. And again, like,
Well,
and
it not only does it
hang
gamify
on,
it, but
hang
it
on.
also makes it to where you just report everybody and just hope that they catch one.
No, but it also if you reward a behavior, you encourage it, and if you encourage people ratting each other out, you are literally encouraging the worst of people, because
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the exact thing I'm saying.
it's
If you
the
gamify it like that, you're just gonna report someone every
Pretty
game
s-
until they get
Yep.
reported.
Pretty
and
soon
then you
you're
get rewarded.
gonna be like, I report, like
Then
harassment's
after-
gonna be saying like hi to somebody. That's how bad it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
That's
yeah.
why.
Well, and
why
that's
I don't
and
want-
and
that's
this
why
is
I
what ends up
don't-
happening. You go on like I go on my Facebook, and this was like, so then a few months go by, and then now starting then on Facebook, you get people bragging about their reports getting they get the feedback
Going
window.
through,
They're like, yeah, your report was there, and this person got banned, and so then they would go to Facebook and post a screenshot and brag about how they got somebody banned. And then what happens is
Again,
is
I
that
don't think you should ever get feedback for reporting someone.
I get it. But so then what ends up happening is that now your player base is slowly starting to dwindle, and the players that end up staying are the most toxic players, because those are the people who abuse the reporting system. So you implement these anti-toxicity systems. The most toxic people take advantage of those systems, and then eventually all you're left with is a game that's filled with nothing but the most toxic people who have been taking advantage of those systems. And that's why using those systems leads to more toxicity in games. Or in the games that they're implemented in.
That, and also when it comes to voice chat, like I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I don't want to ever deal with voice chat.
Let me ask you this though. Do you think there's anything that they could ever say that should be blatantly reported? Like blatant racism, blatant
No,
whatever.
I don't care. Mute them. And then even because, and not only the Overwatch systems, not all of them were bad. The I don't ever want to play with this person again system, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, I don't ever want to play with trash cans, so it'd be easy just to do that.
Okay, I
Okay,
will
man.
say though, I don't like that Overwatch maxes it out at 3. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, no, it should be unlimited, and it shouldn't like. It doesn't mean that they can't be in your game. It just means that they can't be on your
won't be on your
team.
team.
Exactly. So
Yeah, they
between
can be on the other team where it's easier to just clap their cheeks.
Yeah.
and then that between that and muting people, you're set. You'll never have to. As soon as it happens once by any particular person, you will never ever have to hear that person harass you or insult you or whatever ever again, and problem solved. And then
Here's another thing is that you could also just turn the game chat off altogether.
well, that
not-
I mean, and
not-
yeah, come
like,
on,
Like, okay, I when I started playing
meme,
Call
you're
of Duty,
talking crazy talk.
I
I know,
do
right?
that in games
I
that make me
like-
feel toxic. Like in League, I'll do that.
It
because
doesn't
I
matter
blatantly
what
feel
game it is. I will fucking just turn my chat off because I just don't want to have to deal with people's bullshit.
Sure.
And
Why do you think I immediately hit mute all when I join or when I start up Call of Duty?
That's because I know better because I've been around. I've played Modern Warfare 2. I know my shit. Like
No,
I
it's-
don't
We've
wanna
been
fucking
through it.
deal with
I
it
wouldn't-
anymore.
I wouldn't even mind that environment, but like for the most part I mute all. But if it's a girl, I definitely do mute all. Definitely.
When I was playing fucking
And it-
Vanguard, my friend has this shit unmuted so he can listen to everybody and he's talking shit with everybody, and I just go through him because I don't want to fucking listen to it. It's fucking annoying.
Like, and by the way, here's what I mean by the whole like if I mute all, especially if it's a girl, because I remember time I told you about how I criticized our shitty healer and it happened to be a girl, and then my sentence was death basically in that game.
No, I don't.
Or no, I've told you about this a long time. Basically, long story short, I had a shit Mercy, no shock at all. It was some chick apparently, and I called her garbage, blah blah. I didn't say anything. I never say anything like back to the kitchen or some shit like that. I literally just said you suck.
Back
Like,
to the
actually
kitchen,
learn,
Blue.
like learn.
Just generic
yes,
get good scrub.
I literally said, please learn the character because you clearly don't understand her kit, despite how simple it is. You fucking idiot. And then basically she's like, oh, and she did the whole fake woman victim shit where like they put their voice super high pitched.
Yeah.
And every guy on the planet goes, wait,
Every
You
simp is
criticize
like,
her?
wait, women?
you criticize her?
White knight syndrome.
Okay, to be fair,
banned.
and I'm gonna put it this way. I think if someone's playing fine and someone starts popping off like that, sure, get on their ass. But that's for everybody in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the
if it
problem
was a guy-
is that if
was
it
a
ha-
guy,
yeah,
everyone would have been like, yeah, you suck. Go
Exactly.
No, I
join.
agree. I'm just saying, there's a thing where like if someone's playing fine and someone just pops off and goes, "Fuck you, you're trash. Get the fuck out of my game," like. I get
Counter
why you
argument. Look at your
pissed at 'em.
fucking place on the leaderboard,
And-
Scrub Lamau.
And by the way, those
Me?
simps will ruin the game.
No, that's
No,
the counter argument to people that's.
Oh,
And
I
by-
got you.
and by the way,
Okay, if we're playing like
No,
Call
no,
of
but
Duty,
I'm
and I'm
just
like,
saying, but,
and I'm
like,
like
I
top
get why
leading,
people
and then
get pissed at
somebody's
that.
fucking like just slightly below me starts talking shit to me. I'll be like, bro, you're underneath me with lower score and everything. Like, shut the fuck up. Why are you playing this then? I'll tell them to fuck off. Like, that's the kind of shit. Like,
Problem
people
is
are
though, you
stupid.
do that to somebody who ends up being a chick,
If you
and
do
they
that
can
to a
fucking
woman,
yeah,
then
they can
you're-
end up summoning their white knight army, and
yeah, well, I'll just tell
fucking
them all to fuck off too, and like, I'd be like, go ask her on
Yeah,
a date, see how that
until-
fucking works out, Scrub.
Until they fucking try to ruin the game for you and like report. To be honest, and that's how I got banned from comp for a week. And by the way, in Overwatch, since I got banned for a comp for a week. I got
Dude,
banned for
Overwatch.
toxicity.
First off, Overwatch's ban system is so minor. You could get banned for fucking.
I don't
anything.
care. That ban was
Dude.
ridiculous. Anyways, it's one of the
Also,
reasons why
league bans for the dumbest shit too. I want to point that out.
Dude,
like they
no,
don't.
League- I'm
Literally,
sorry.
League of Legends banned.
No,
you.
no, no, no.
No
Real,
breathing
real
allowed.
talk, because I've been banned. I literally gotten banned for like the most minor shit, and I asked them why did I get banned, and they go because it distracted from the game.
Dude, this shit, when in league,
Like, what?
no offense to league players, 'cause I do play the game and very much enjoy it. But dude, the amount of people who will just be like, if anyone's having a bad game, it's like report X for trolling, even though they're just having a bad game, because like all you gotta do is go to their op.gg and you can see they're clearly having a bad
And that's
game.
because of
The
all those
only-
anti-toxicity measures.
The only time I will ban, I will
report
report someone is if they're clearly trolling, and you can pretty well tell if they're 0
You
and
can
20.
tell when someone's actually inting. There's differences on like inting and like someone who's just not good at the game, and
Yeah,
like
Blue's not good at the game, so you know.
of course, I know. Don't worry about that.
No, I actually think you're pretty good at the game.
That's
for,
cap.
For
You don't say
how
that.
long
You
you've
don't
been
have to
playing.
be-
For how long you've
you
been
don't have
playing it, you're good at the game.
Yeah, it'll be nice here, guys. You can just tell me. You can
No,
tell me
I'm
trash.
being legit. I'm being legit because you've played the game for what, less than a year?
Yeah, less than a year at this
Yeah,
point.
you're doing fine. It took me 4 years to fully understand the game enough to like get to plat, and I still don't. And that's still a low understanding compared to like good players.
Yeah, it's like when it comes to league. Also, in league, it's a bit different. Overwatch, I experience this a little bit. But in league, the amount of people who will try to tell you how to do your job makes me want to put
Also,
a fork between my eyes. That's
I
why I
wanna-
mute all pings.
I
'Cause
want
I'm
to point
like-
out, I feel like Dota has a little bit of a difference between League's game style, which makes League more toxic. You know what I mean?
There was a big crowd.
I don't play Dota, so I wouldn't know. to
Well,
be
but I'm just
honest.
saying, like, if you're actually good at the game, like, you get your lane, and you can still solo carry that shit. League got rid of the fucking solo carry aspects of the fucking game.
Zone A lost.
Like, there are so few champs that can consistently solo carry that is just stupid.
I mean,
And it's
depends
because
on champ.
everybody, no, it doesn't. It's because everybody one shots now.
Don't worry. You're right. I've never experienced knocking. I've never experienced the time I'm playing League, I've never experienced not getting one shot almost practically by a
Yeah,
Luxol.
but that's the problem with the game is they power creeped everybody to where everybody's so strong that if one person snowballs, you just lose the game. But
Oh, I know
it's
that,
not. But it's not
but-
because of that one player. It's because the rest of their team just keeps them alive.
Yeah.
You know, and that's my problem with the game is that like you can have one solo carry and then 4 supports and you're gonna win.
Yeah, and one of the things is like being a jungler just sucks. Honestly, I kind of
Being a jungler is okay. There's a lot of problems with the jungle. One being that like if you don't know your rotations, you're gonna lose most of your games. Not all
Not
of them.
even just,
but
not
most
even
of them.
just. I don't mean just that. The amount of time, like I'm not good at the game. Like I'll be honest with you, but like the amount of times I'll deal with like an ADC or a top laner who will get pissy with me because like
don't
they'll loot. No, not even just they don't gank, because like a lot of people I just don't know if they have lack common sense. I know this because like I remember his Aatrox's one game we lost to a Viego on top.
Oh
lane.
hey, I
He
don't.
basically lost the engagement at the beginning, like the first few levels, and instead of like playing a bit more passive and not getting into insta
Yeah.
fights, they just do that, and then that shit irritates me
Yeah.
because it's
No,
like
I agree.
you're not playing like if you lose in the beginning of a lane or struggle at the beginning of a lane,
I think
they'll
okay.
lose.
It depends though, because sometimes you'll lose in the start of the lane. You'll get an item and be like, "Oh, I think I'm strong enough to fight this person," and then you get shit on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that excuses it
Cough, cough,
once.
Cough set, but no.
Yeah. To be okay, there's also
As-
champions that like you. There's a lot of instances where like you'll think you'll win and you just don't. Like,
Early,
And it
yeah.
sucks.
Anyways,
like I was playing Kiana the other day and I was versing a lane Malphite and I got 2 kills at the start. Back, get an item, come back, and I get shit on, and it made no fucking sense.
That's why we have fire team.
no, but like that excuse does work to a certain extent. But like there's a certain, I get to a point where you just make bad decisions, and I can't be your dad to babysit you 24/7.
No, and
And it's
I
like,
agree with that.
I'll be, and it's like it's the worst thing ever because like for ADC I can sort of understand because how the map is, but top lane you are alone 90% of the time in top lane.
Okay, so here's
So it's
here's the thing with here's my thing with top lane, right? And this is my biggest problem with top lane. If you lose the first 2, almost every single top laner can tower dive you, and you will lose.
Lamau.
I mean, I'll be. It depends on the top laner, but then I'm like, I can't remember last time like I've seen a top laner who got behind once and got rolled.
Yeah, exactly.
like, dude, I'm like, see, having a Fed set on the enemy team, murder your
There's
top laner
okay,
two
okay.
times, and he just unkillable is amazing, to be
Bro,
honest.
look at how strong Malphite is. How many times have you seen a Malphite who like went even in lane, not just carry the game because of his ult?
I'm
No,
gonna
lots
say
of
the
guys.
N word.
Why? Someone's-
Nintendo.
People are streaming. That's
Nobody.
I can't believe you said that, dude. That's racist as shit.
I know, right? Fucking. Guess I'm getting banned off everything. Oh, fuck.
I mean, only if you're playing Nintendo games.
But yeah, it's more.
Nigeria.
Moral of the story is don't yell at other people. Try and tell them how to do their job. That's why I would never. That's why I would never want. That's why I would never want voice chat.
If you're gonna have a
Legends.
chat system, you're asking for people to be toxic, in my opinion.
It's silly because most games have voice chat, and there's really not that much toxicity in most games.
Okay, I disagree. Cause go look at like old Call of Duty lobbies.
Okay, but
Yeah,
like,
It
those
depends
are
on
that's
culture.
literally
to be
the
honest.
fucking air
It depends on the
example of the
culture.
worst of the worst.
No, but my point is, it's gonna happen at some points, regardless.
Sure,
then it's not
but
that bad.
yeah, one, it's nothing. Two, like, dude, I don't ever hear
Bro said
toxic
mean words
voice
to me
chat
over the
in
internet.
Destiny.
Oh no, my fucking life is in ruins.
No,
People
but it's-
nowadays are just too fucking soft.
Dude, they're
Don't even
straight
at me.
bitches.
Literal fucking fact.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't like it. For me, it's more so. I hate people try to tell me how to do my job more. So I don't care if someone like tells me how they had sex with my mom and how I should like
Bro, I
jump
fucked
off a
your
cliff in
mom twice.
Minecraft. Yeah, nice. But that shit I don't care about because it's like it's whatever. But, like having people try to lecture me mid game about how I should play from someone who's an ADC going like 5 and who's going 0 and 5 can
Man,
like
this is shots at
actually
me.
go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's how Rask.
I resemble this and I don't like it.
And obviously I can understand because like ADC is like a tough role because I don't like despite how much I hate top laners. Top laner
Wow, how
is
did
like
you
top lane's a hard
miss?
role.
Okay.
Like I don't envy or like hate top laners. I know
Here's-
like it's a hard role, but
And I'm an ADC, and here's my problem with bot lane. If your support does not play with your style, you just lose. Like you lose lane. It does not matter.
or it's a Lux support.
No, but even then, if your playstyle does not match theirs, like you're still gonna lose lane. You may not lose
Yeah.
the game because she's just that strong of a champion, but you're like that's gonna happen and you're gonna get pissed. You know.
The
What I mean?
amount of times, yeah, because like his non the amount of times I'll see like I don't see a lot of thrushes. I can use an example.
Yeah,
The amount of
go for it.
times I'll see like a what's her name? I'm trying to think of the sport. It isn't Lux.
Leona?
Lulu.
Oh,
No,
I had a
I think
Lulu
it-
last game.
Like the amount of times I'll see a Lulu like just not either ADC and like Lulu, I'm not like I don't play her, but she's a pretty easy champ. Like you attack the enemy once every 5 seconds and then you aid your ADC. Like I don't
As,
think
as
like,
weird
she's
as
that
this
hard to
is,
play.
I'm actually gonna disagree. Lulu's really weird to play. Because the way you play Lulu is you basically put your abilities on whoever you're landing with and hope that it keeps them alive.
They're good.
Yeah.
And
Like-
in Pike, Pike's like you hook him and then basically you damage
Okay,
him until he
okay,
gets R.
to be
then
fair,
it's-
okay,
yeah.
there are some exceptions with supports just being too strong to like lose lane 90% of the time. Pike is one of them where like even Pike mid lane just hard carries because of his ult.
Pike's ult kind of makes me sad because like how I see it goes, where it's just like all he does is get his R, and then I just see the game collapse because like all he'll do is
Yep.
you're below 25%, you're dead.
Oh, and,
And also
by the way,
I get the ult back plus
his
400
percentage,
extra
by the
gold.
way, scales
That
with
split.
fucking AD.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
You know,
And not only this, and this is my biggest pet peeve with Pike. His build is lethality, which builds AD. But the problem is his ability, every single one of his abilities scales off of it so hard that you will literally get like auto QE'd and you will literally just be in ult range already. Unless
Yeah.
you're like a hyper fed top laner. It's stupid.
like
I
Um,
genuinely
all
feel like
rules are
I genuinely feel, and I hate this because this is literally like what makes Pyke's champion his champion. If Pyke's healing got reduced by any fucking amount, I would be happy with him. He is so OP because of the amount he heals, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Because it's like 60% of the damage he takes.
Yeah, and just
Oh, what up,
Uh,
JC? No, I'm not.
when
I'm
it
not
comes-
focused, I'm just fucking around. Working
when
on
it comes to like roles and all that stuff, like back to what you were talking about earlier, like I understand like everyone has a tough time, but I just kind of get annoyed that like the jungler doesn't get any form of sympathy, or like any form of like chill out. But like if you you flame the mid laner, everyone's like yo relax, or some shit like that.
That's
Like and like I'm
it's
not
like
like
playing DPS on fucking Overwatch, bro. It's always your fault.
yeah, and it's also because like fuck man, like
Just
I
don't
think
suck.
that. It's not even just.
I
It's not even
don't.
just that people blame their inequities on you a lot of time.
Yeah, projection,
like-
dude. It's the thing.
Because like the jungler is supposed to roam, but like I have to farm and objectives, all that stuff, and it's like I can't always be in bot lane, and especially top lane, because unless I'm doing like Rift Herald, I'm almost never in top lane. a lot of times.
So my biggest problem with League is the fact that the support role can carry matches.
It's the port roll I kind of
Not with its shields, not with its damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that then. 'Cause, like,
That should never be a thing.
champs like Pyke don't make sense to me, like as a support character. Same with it's like Pyke, and I know Lux can be played in any role, and like any character can
Anything
kind of be a
except top,
support
yeah. Lux top does not work.
or jungle too. You can't play your jungle.
No, Lux jungle works.
I know you can play Morgana in jungle, and that can be a little nasty. Also,
It is.
Morgana's another A's ass champion I fucking hate because
Okay,
First-
again, they need to reduce her Q duration. It's still way too long. Even
Her-
when you get merch
no.
heads, you're still there for 3 seconds.
no, the worst thing about her Q is the cooldown's absurdly low. Even like, dude, Blitzcrank has like you miss a hook on Blitzcrank, you might if you're early levels, you might as well go make a sandwich, and you might have it back by then.
What do you mean? Why would I make it when I have a woman to go make it for me?
Right?
Of course, but no, like Blitzcrank's cooldown.
You don't have a sandwich maker? See, that's why you need a girlfriend, Blue. Sandwich maker.
He's got you there, bro.
Bro, my
I guess you get
girlfriend brought me
checkmate
fajitas
atheist.
to work yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. Oh, so fucking good. It's in fucking heaven, bro. I only had
Almost
15 minutes to
heaven.
eat that shit. That sucked.
So speaking of like band and shit like that, did you guys see the shit about Jack Dorsey?
Who?
I don't know.
Oh,
what it
no.
is.
No.
Did he get banned
right.
from Twitter?
No,
He owns
well,
his own platform.
that would be funny. No, but a
Again, who?
YouTuber that he promoted, a Bitcoin channel, got banned off of YouTube, and he was all salty about it.
Why'd they get banned though?
I have no idea. I don't know for sure.
Because I can understand it if they're scamming people.
No, it wasn't
wait, it's
anything like
Bitcoin.
no, yeah, it was like some like Biden opinion or something like that. I don't know exactly what it came
That's
down to.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, it was some like political or similar opinion.
I will say though, like I understand banning people for scamming. Yet, look at all the fucking FaZe Clan.
I don't know what FaZe Clan did.
FaZe Clan is known for constantly doing that to their viewers,
Scamming young talent.
and then they just don't get banned ever.
I think the only person that ever got really in trouble for scamming was T Martin back in the day.
Oh,
Well, he
because
didn't-
of the whole
He didn't get banned for scamming. He got banned for.
Oh,
well, I guess technically it is
didn't
scamming.
kill
but
him?
He got
I mean,
He
also
got banned
just-
for
it was
match-
illegal what he did. Like it was
he
illegal.
matched oh fuck, I can't think what it's called. They were basically rigging. They match rigged. That's what it was.
They rigged the
And then they'd
odds.
vote,
'cause-
and then
and
they'd
it-
vote on, and then they'd bet on it.
It's not even that. Also, they did disclose that they owned the site. That was the real thing that really.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
killed
that
them.
too. That also happened.
Cause like that is like not disclosing that you own the site that you're promoting. That is
What the fuck?
a big oopsie.
Yeah. not just big oopsie. That's very much gonna get you in trouble with the law.
Yeah, but it's just
I mean,
it's just kind of hilarious that fucking Jack motherfucking Dorsey, one of the creator of the most fucking ban happy,
Censorship shithole planet.
yeah, like the worst censorship on the fucking planet, maybe.
They have advantage.
God, I'd say.
And he's all pissed off
worse
now.
Than, like, I think Twitter censorship might be worse than like Russia or China censorship.
No, I don't know
Yeah,
about
China
that,
might be
but certainly it's certainly they're the
It's
worst
close.
out of the major tech platforms.
God, not even Facebook is like that.
No,
as bad
yeah.
as it, and that's crazy.
I mean, I personally disagree. I think it's pretty bad.
Facebook?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
There's some real stupid shit that they've done, like, but like it's usually not that bad.
I think
usually.
what's funny about I just think what's funny about all these platforms is everyone talks about all these people are talking about big corporations bad, and then also they suck the cock of big corporations when it comes to this shit. So
Oh,
Yo,
that they
wait,
do.
really? Did they finally? Did they? Oh, never mind.
they finally fucked your mom. I agree. Finally, someone gave her the
That's
dick
not
that
what I
she
was going
needed.
with, but no, I saw like a chapter piece of something from One Punch Man, but it
Oh.
was a doujin. I thought it was real.
Oh.
By the way, you know the girl from One Punch Man, in like the green dress or whatever?
The tall girl with the like the snow abilities or whatever.
No, she's like she wears that green dress and like she's super loose basically.
I don't know what you're talking about then.
I wish I was in the middle of a match, I would look her up. It's One Punch Man, just search female character, and it's like she has short hair and she wears like a green like superhero costume or whatever.
Yeah, like a dress.
Yeah, dress.
Yeah.
Basically a green dress, or maybe the color is wrong because I saw the.
Does she have short hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure it's just not the one that has ice powers?
Does she have ice power? Sorry, I don't read or watch One Punch Man, so I don't know the
I
powers.
don't- I
The storm
know.
chick. Is it the storm chick?
What's she look like, or describe her?
She's got blonde hair. Wears a blue dress.
I think that might be her. I gotta look her up in color because like I've only ever seen her in like
Wait,
black and white.
What does she look like?
I'm looking at it right now. I just finished my match. One.
Lou, have you played League at all since last night?
Last night? No, I haven't played League last night.
Because they did an up they did a not an update, they did a I guess technically it's an update. They did their server maintenance. So I was curious if you were having some packet loss issues.
I haven't played League. Like
That's fine.
yes,
I don't blame you.
I wouldn't. Nah, it's not that.
Dude, they did it like 3 a.m. 2 days ago or whatever. So you would have had to have played yet, or maybe this was a couple more days than that actually. This would have been like 4 days ago.
I had to.
Why am I having? I don't know why I'm having packet loss issues then, because I wasn't having it the last couple days. It's really weird.
Shit game, Lamau.
No, I just shit servers.
I didn't say your name, Tatsumaki. I think
Same
that's your
thing.
name.
Those servers are in fucking Chicago.
So I was the
Tatsumaki. That's her name. She has green
Yeah.
hair.
the
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sister.
green. Sorry, green hair. It is green hair. You're right. Yeah.
Basically, I found this out recently.
Blue
Apparently,
dress, though.
people can. Whatever. I was still correct. Anyways, basically, I found this out recently. A lot of people consider her a lolly character, even though she's 28 and also doesn't really look it, to be honest. But,
Dude,
you know.
people
It's
consider
mainly because of that whole thing of Saitama being like, "Who's this lost sassy child?"
Yeah.
people consider Hestia to be a lolly character.
I've
Straight
seen
up
this-
just because she's short.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, never mind. The
Hestia's
standards for
thrown in the big old lolly character.
Yeah, but
Okay.
she's still a lolly. Like, she might be an opie lolly, but they still call her a lolly, and it's like, she looks like an adult. She's just short.
That's also
Big
the
old
thing.
pylon.
Okay.
People be calling characters unless you're if you're born short Like if you're a short girl,
Shirt. If you're born
apparently, yeah,
short.
shirt. Yeah, you're short. Yeah, so short. No, but if you're born short as a girl, apparently you don't exist, and you're somehow.
Well, you are a
underage.
Pokemon.
Yes, but no.
Enemy
Is
placed
anyone
this-
down to do a grass Metaverse? I need one more. No?
Sure, I
Okay.
guess. Sure. You could have asked me.
Oh, come on.
zone advantage.
Alright, get on, bro.
I'm already on. I was just doing
Nice.
trials. Kill me. Anyways,
Lamau.
So, and did you guys hear about this Twitch thing?
Oh, what Twitch thing?
Oh,
Which
no,
Twitch
what is-
thing?
Let me. I can't remember who.
But yeah, also real quick about that. Short girls aren't lollies. Moving on. There you go.
I
You talking
disagree.
about Gura?
They have advantage.
But I just
what
like
happened?
the Japanese cosplayer who's like 30. Well, she's probably almost 40 now, but she looked all of 12. But she was 30 something years old.
She can fucking murder me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's also like genetic things that make people.
Well, no,
damage, so-
no, she does not have progeria or any of those aging diseases. She's just really short, really skinny,
fair.
really petite, and she's got a baby face.
fair.
Lithero. So Lithero was. God damn! Fuck these videos. The Twitch streamer Lithero was. Got a DMCA warning for the beginning of his stream for some music when the beginning of his stream was silent.
I believe it.
Bro, he was obviously playing music. What are you talking
Wait,
about? You didn't see
what?
that you tell me you didn't hear the music?
Yeah,
You
he got
didn't hear
he
it
got a
at all?
claim for the first they said it happened within the first 15 seconds or whatever of his stream, and yeah, the whole first, I don't know how long it was, but yeah, the whole thing was silent.
Yeah, okay. Twitch, Lamau.
Yeah.
It's the sound of silence, man. Yeah, I can't believe you just.
Ah,
stole that
yeah.
song,
Copyrighted. Gotta be careful. Now you can't be silent on a
can't be
stream
silent.
ever, or else you're. Yeah, that's the sound of
Oh.
silence.
By the way, someone got copyright striked for humming the Evangelion opening.
you know?
Dude,
Yeah.
somebody got copyright strike for a blender going off in the background.
You have zone
Wait,
They
really?
advantage.
thought
hilarious.
they thought it was Coldplay. That's why.
No. It's because it was Phineas and Ferb. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about?
The old cartoon from the early 2000s.
Yeah, but do you know which
yes.
part I'm talking about?
Not sure at the top of my head.
So there's
Wow.
one where they go to the mall,
C captured.
and one of the characters is a bunny that plays the blender.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh,
Yeah,
probably. You know, that's the actual reason. I'm gonna die on that hill soon now.
it's actually hilarious.
We truly live in a society.
And this guy joined already? Like, holy shit.
Ooh, twofer. Did I? Oh, I don't know. If I
Really
did that.
message him telling him, hey, I got one, hop in.
Enemy has advantage.
The real message is the friends of
Oh, I'll just join him. I'm dumb. We're joining him.
Oh.
No, it's not that. I
Missed
finally
the
did.
knife.
God, dude, holy crap! I crafted my. I'm finally getting to crafting this game, and holy fuck, materials are fucking pricey, dude. Holy fuck!
Also, I absolutely hate the crafting system they have in right now.
If everything didn't cost a fortune, I would love it.
Yeah,
everything-
well, I get why it does, but it's really stupid at the same time.
Have
I
advantage.
mean, no, here the cores not even an issue. Like the cores, you can farm those now, which is kind of nice. Oh, we're at this point. I'm fine with that. The cores aren't the issue. It's every other material that's an issue, and also getting the frames, dude. Getting the frames.
So apparently, a bunch of Blizzard employees are striking because Blizzard is no longer going to have the vax mandates.
You ready, Blue?
Yeah, right.
What?
So,
That's
Just let him
why.
work from fucking home.
Yeah. Oh, aren't most of these people working from home?
That's
Or,
what
like,
I'm
am I
saying.
incorrect?
What?
Zone C captured.
I just say let them go.
Keep the pressure
Like-
on.
No, I don't get like
probably
it's a-
women anyways.
No, it's where like here's the thing: if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Like these vax mandates didn't take away wearing a mask. Like no one, no one's gonna
I still
come
wear it at
around
work.
and be like, I don't. Here's the thing: I haven't worn a mask in like 6 months. I definitely don't.
No,
I do it
yeah,
because my
forever.
girlfriend has medical stuff, so I wear it so I don't get sick, because then it makes it bad for her.
Fair enough, I guess. But like, for me, I don't need to wear a mask, and also it's just, yeah, I don't need to wear a mask, and they can shut it if they complain about it. Also, it's a choice. Deal with it.
'Cause,
Well,
like,
this
I've
is the
already
best
gotten COVID
part,
once, I don't get really give a
like
shit.
they'll try and say like this whole thing with the vax mandates. It was like, oh, but like private company, they can do what they want, and it's like,
Okay, what about child labor? Just a quick question on that one. They can do what they want.
but it's okay. So it's like, all right, not really, but whatever. But now it's like, okay, private company, they can do what they want, and nobody is forcing you to work there. You could quit. They are literally in the exact same situation that they put the people who didn't want to take the vaccine in, except in this case, nobody is forcing a medical procedure on them in order to work. And they're striking instead of just quitting and going working for a company that requires you to
Damn
take
people.
the vax.
Yeah. Also, aren't these the same? Oh, fuck me, wrong super. Aren't these also the same people that talk about firing people will destroy their jobs or whatever, or some shit like, not destroy the job, like it'll destroy their
Their
livelihood,
lives.
their lives and all that, which I agree with, by the way. But like, you just say people will say this
Okay,
shit,
I got melted.
but like we'll do things like oh yeah, if you didn't get the jab, you should get fired, your life should be ruined,
Yep.
all that. Which you know, I mean, I would say that's not very socialist of you
I'm still
personally.
not
But
vaccinated.
what do
Not
I
very
know?
cash
Can't say
money of
anything.
you.
So
That's another thing. It's like all these people are like, oh, workers' rights, until it's a decision I want to make sure you all have to fucking do. There you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss there,
I want
isn't that
to.
everything with Me Too movement?
No, it's everything within general. Everyone's like, oh, I care about workers'
No,
rights, and workers should be forced to do
It's
things.
specific. It's very specific to like.
I know it's obviously me too, but like I'm so tired of saying like, oh, because most people actually don't care about worker rights. It's just tyranny, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And they dig, oh, we care about workers' rights. We're like,
That really didn't pop up.
we're far left, and you evil centrist liberals. If you all are evil Nazis or
Oh,
something
are you
like that.
joking me? Why?
You have to-
I'm
you
actually
have to
so
hit
mad
it.
at this.
I don't know. I hate it. I hate most socialists. Burn in hell, please. I'm not
They're
a
not-
centrist when it comes to
Dude,
socialism.
they're not
Hell,
socialists, bro.
please.
They're fucking commies.
They're commies. No, socialists, commies, get rid of them.
Same
I don't care.
difference. Same difference.
It is the
just
same
different
difference,
branding.
but call them what they
Same-
are.
a
Call
different
it like it
branding.
is.
So
They're basically the same. The only
They're
difference is that
fascist.
like
fascist commies. There you go.
their title.
Entitled brats. Yeah. So let me I want to know if I understand this correctly. They're on strike because the company got rid of the mandates for
Yes.
vaccine.
Yep.
Wow. Imagine going on strike for giving employees options. That's
Right? The
Well,
workers
that's-
shouldn't have a choice.
That's
have a
never what they
solution.
wanted.
Okay, so I have a solution then. I have a solution for these people.
They can
Just
quit.
get vaccinated. Just get vaccinated. You know, the 6th time, and get
Wear
your
a
12
ma-
booster shots.
And wear your mask,
No.
No, but then everybody
wear
else
double
isn't
mask.
vaccinated.
Wear a double mask. Wear a double mask. Get vaccinated 6 times, and then get your 13
I
booster
mean,
shots.
technically,
and
2
you're
maxes
fine.
do work better than 1.
No, 2 masks don't work at all. No,
Masks don't work
most
at all.
masks. If you want to know the biggest meme ever, cloth masks are the biggest joke ever.
Oh no, dude. Even
Just-
even N95s barely protect against virus. Like viruses are incredibly fucking tiny. N95 masks will, and I don't even think they actually protect against viruses, but they do filter enough that it does provide some protection. But like
Also, have
the
you ever had to wear one of those N95 masks?
the
They're not very nice.
surgical paper masks that everybody's been wearing,
They
the
don't do much.
the holes in those are big enough for a human hair to pass through, and a virus is something like 1/1000th the size of the width of a
Yeah.
human hair.
Yeah, which
That-
this is why I keep I keep saying they don't
It's
work.
and cloth masks actually make it higher likelihood that you get it.
No, cloth masks are straight up useless.
No,
No,
they're
they're
worse
less than
than not.
useless because you sit there breathing it in all day, and then all the
It
like
makes it worse.
nasty this bacteria and all that gets trapped inside the cloth mask.
They've literally tested it, and you actually increase your chances of getting COVID if you wear a cloth mask.
Oh, I guess those 2 times crazy enough, those 2 times I ever got COVID, I had a cloth mask. So
You got COVID twice?
Man, what a weak ecosystem you have in your stomach.
sorry, no, it was only one time. There was other time I thought I got
Open
COVID
the door.
again.
Open the door, Blue.
Sorry, I'm gonna run out.
You do
There's
2
one other
rotations.
time. There's one time I thought I got COVID. It was just a flu, but because of this current situation, you get the flu, you think it's COVID. So I only ever got COVID one time.
I probably caught it and don't realize it. So
I mean, most people.
I just no sell it. So.
Of course, but like most people just don't have most people don't suffer COVID badly, and also the fact that COVID is like we're long past this.
Like
And
the worst I got was some cough, and that was it. I wasn't bedridden. I wasn't hospitalized. My brother was, for a week, and he had to
What's up,
use an
Junkie?
oxygen mask for a few days. After that. But yeah, that's shit. But like me, I don't know. I don't know if I had it. I probably caught it at one point. All that happened was just a cough, and that was it. Just drink some juice, go outside, the sun, and you'll be fine within a couple of days. Cough drop helps. Cough drop helps,
yes,
So, I don't know.
moral of the story is it's a personal choice. Fucking deal with it. Cry about it. If you
But
feel like
natural immunity apparently doesn't exist to these people.
no, it's not even just natural to me. At this point, it doesn't matter. The shutdown of the economy didn't work, and it was a horrible idea. And now we're still suffering from
fuck
that.
this, yeah.
And if you got
That-
the vaccine, you probably have AIDS.
No, I don't know about that one. But
Or a blood clot.
Not
Johnson
HIV,
Johnson.
but
Yeah, that blood
full
clot shit's crazy.
AIDS.
Oh, 17,000% increase in children with myocarditis since we started giving them the jab.
You don't say.
Nope.
It
This
makes
is my
shit
shocked face.
worse.
Oh, and the number
Some people
of
pass out.
it's been happening in like soccer games and shit like
I
that.
did not get that one on the left.
So like FIFA specifically, they had the numbers. What was it like? FIFA had a 4,000%. Ooh, nice knife, sir. They had something like a 4,000% increase in players having heart attacks this season or this last season.
That sucks. You're gonna have to make it to that last one.
Yeah,
Nice
but
try, guys.
for real though, the AIDS thing is no joke,
Oh.
right? And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because one of
It's
the
a joke too, though.
ingredients- One of the ingredients is they will put
1 second. Oh my god.
a
I
bit
don't know
of
where the second.
HIV,
I didn't get the left one. I only got the right one.
like a bit of the HIV
Sorry.
and
They did.
vaccine or something.
Um, And
That's for the Myrna and the Pfizer, whatever. I don't think Johnson.
Moderna and Pfizer, yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is, because I don't remember hearing anything about AIDS since late 90s, right? It was the end of the AIDS epidemic. And there was still like awareness campaigns and shit like that. But ever since the late 90s or early 2000s, I hadn't heard shit about it. All of a sudden,
there's
starting
a problem here in Miami.
all of a sudden, starting like a couple of months ago, I saw a giant poster type thing at my local mall with all sorts of AIDS stuff on it. I saw 2 different Facebook awareness, like ads, but
Comments,
not
yeah.
like an advertisement, but like, their little awareness advertisements.
Yep.
I saw, and like 2 other things too. out of nowhere. Like I said, I hadn't seen anything on AIDS since 2000,
Shit.
and now all of a sudden there's shit all over the place about it.
We both got screwed there.
Fucking. Why do they always have to start games loud?
Yeah, I don't know how the default volume for a game is like 50% or 20%. But yeah.
Yeah, so the AIDS thing, I think that was like November, right? 2021.
What thing? Like what?
The AIDS thing, you know, that's been coming out since November 2021.
Oh, something like that. Yeah, I
like,
can't remember exactly when I heard about it first, but yeah, because like the BBC did a expose type video where they straight up admitted it, and then of course it was taken down, but the internet never forgets.
Nor should they.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
I guess I got AIDS now. I guess now that I guess the Family Guy joke, you have AIDS now, is a bit literal for me.
Well,
At least you know.
I have a friend who got vaccinated. He didn't get the second dose because he got the first dose of the Pfizer, and it fucked him up. He was like, "I ain't getting the second dose," and he went to the doctor.
Too bad he
It
got
was
the first
around
one, but
yeah, he went to the doctor. It was around this time, right? November last year. This doctor was telling him about the vaccine and blah blah blah. I forgot the whole conversation, but he said something right that sounded off, and my friend was like asking him, like, wait, so what were you saying, like AIDS? I didn't say anything, but Dusabe.
yeah. I didn't say that. You did.
No, I didn't say shit. Wait, I didn't say shit, but Dusabe. Like, oh crap. I'm like, I asked him, so you didn't get it? No, I don't have it. Okay. He one of the lucky ones, I guess. Yeah, I didn't say shit, no, you know, because doctors can't tell you, because, you know, they'll get fired. They'll get yeeted off their jobs.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just have AIDS.
I don't know. I didn't say shit.
I just got it from your wife. Got him.
I think I'm gonna head out.
All right, dude. You later, man.
Later,
Just because I insulted your wife. Wow.
See ya, gamers.
Have a good night, man.
Okay, so I guess that means doing.
But yeah, it has HIV in there, and it's insane that they didn't disclose that to people initially.
Of course not. Why would they?
Legal reasons.
Like, they give a fuck.
Yeah,
As if they care, you know. Oh,
Not
for
as
legal
great.
reasons.
I'm just saying. They
Yeah.
should. They
Wait,
don't. They
Yeah,
should.
for legal reasons. There are legal reasons. like one of those memes.
Dude, they tried to pass an experimental treatment without giving people informed consent, which, by the way, is against the Nuremberg Code.
Yeah.
It's a war crime.
It's against a lot.
I mean, but forgetting all, like, you know, local laws, federal laws, country laws, like that's Nuremberg judgment, like war crime status.
But you know, these shills don't care.
No, I don't give a fuck. They'll probably never be. They'll probably never be.
Controlling those zones is the
Indicted.
only path to victory.
Yeah, or anything. You know, indicted, punished, jail, fined.
It'll never affect them.
But Biden wants to
Well, but Biden also
you know, fine
is
us,
a puppet
fine us,
with someone's hand up his ass 90% of the time. So
Yeah,
that's not saying a lot.
Biden wants to
It's
fine
on me,
us
Blue.
however much money a month for not being vaccinated. Like, fuck yourself. And these people are okay with it. The vaccine shields are okay with it. Well, fuck.
I mean,
you.
let's be real. The vaccine's not really a vaccine.
No,
Nope.
it's not.
It's a shot at best.
Well, they did have to
That doesn't
change
do
the
shit.
definition of vaccine so that it would qualify.
And
And
again,
that's
it
crazy. I've
shows
never heard of
how
something like that
fucking
ever happening.
No, ever.
You there, bro?
Sorry, I'm just looking up something right now.
What are you looking
Oh,
at?
y'all died? My bad. No,
I
it's okay.
did because I have a swarm on. Oh, he did too. Don't die. I
Sorry,
died
I'll play
because
it.
I literally like was low on HP and I turned the corner and there's a group of them there. Felt bad.
Apparent. Well, I'm gonna have to go fucking do it again.
Hit the. I mean, you're gonna have to turn it. That's the correct one.
Lovely.
And then that one's on the correct one. So. And I'll be up in 4 seconds. So.
I gotta look up, see if I can get this shit home tested or not, because I'm not looking forward if I had to
Don't
drive
think
somewhere.
you can.
You cannot.
Control.
Oh, that's lovely.
No.
Just
Just
go
scout's
to your
run.
doctor and tell him you want a full STD panel.
Yeah, honestly, you
yeah,
get checked for everything.
Move in
Might as
and
well.
take those zones. They are your
Why
land.
not, I guess. Well, no, I can go back to doctors in person. Not that that mattered anyways, but...
I mean, you can have them send you a test probably for it, except just a blood test, I think.
Enemy claims zone C.
I don't think you can get it from your urine. I could be wrong though.
No.
Never had an STD, so.
Well, no. Some tests you can they do through urine, but
Yeah,
I don't think
I
AIDS
literally
is.
would not know. I would assume since AIDS is considered like a blood disease, it would be through the blood. So how does it feel to be maidenless?
Zone B captured.
No, I'm more over the ace thing. What the fuck?
Zone A lost.
Like, I've already had... I'm not looking forward to... I don't want to talk about this again.
Dude, I'm fucking with you.
Wow.
Nah,
Missed that
I don't
dude,
care,
but
it's
got
fine.
the other guy with the knife. All right. Did he? But
Yeah,
okay.
have.
It's time,
Nope.
Guardian.
Okay.
It rotate the other way.
Are you winning? I don't have a thing, so I'm getting a cannon.
Zone
Wow.
B
Can't believe I killed that asshole.
Enemy has your zone.
Aiming at it. Oh my god, this guy's just.
See if
Zone A captured.
If this misses, I'm gonna be mad.
this.
I think that's aimed at it. Where's it at, Blue?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not focused right now on the game. Okay, launch me, thanks. Probably gonna be the other side. Yeah, it's over there.
It's
That's fine.
stupid how Hotline Miami doesn't have a sound volume, just the music.
Really?
Yeah, I know. That shit
Remember?
blows your fucking ears out too.
Yeah.
You have to turn it down through your
Well,
sound.
luckily you can use the Windows.
yeah,
sound
the
stuff,
thing,
yeah.
That shut them down.
Yeah, that is one of the better things, even though fucking every time they do fucking changes, they fuck up audio shit. But one of the advantages of Windows 10, which I'm pretty sure Windows said, like, Windows 7 had some of it, but they didn't have all of the audio controls that 10 has, and there's some really handy stuff. Like,
Are you saying 10 or 11?
no, 10.
Captured zone
Like being able to individually choose where each
Zone A lost.
thing, audio thing goes within Windows, right? Because like browsers don't usually have options to change like what audio output it uses. It just uses your default one, which can make things a pain in the ass. But Windows 10 allows you to choose within the audio settings if you want to change you know, where your browser goes, where your MP3 player goes, or games.
Yeah,
or,
let me get it onto the hub.
Guys, I think Kotaku is becoming self-aware.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I need your proof
What?
alone.
Yeah.
That's impossible. We're talking
Right.
about Kotaku, right?
Bro, maybe we don't need these expensive video game remakes.
Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone.
They're probably
Depends
losing
on-
money.
I mean, what games do they talk about?
They got a picture of Max Payne, but oh god damn it.
Oh, yeah, because the
I
Remedy
also-
wants to remake.
Which I'm okay with,
One and
because
two.
Max Payne 1 and 2 are really starting to show their age.
Missing something here?
When did Max Payne come out?
1?
PS2.
I've seen enough.
Honestly, I
So-
feel
This one.
So like 2001 maybe, 2002.
I'd rather take a remake of like an old school RPG than like a game from like a PS3 or PS2.
Persistence is key.
Yeah, 2001. And 2003 for Max Payne 2.
You've got to hold those zones.
I'm
Maybe
fine
next
with
time,
I'm fine with
darling.
playing these.
You
Fine
can go
with playing
back,
the
but
original.
it's up here.
Huh?
So.
Well, I thought you guys said something to me. My bad.
Yeah, so you have a nice cottage.
He's lying to you.
I would never lie.
I'm fine with playing these games. You know, the original games. Original hardware.
Okay, so Final Fantasy 7, Resident Evil, Max Payne. I don't know. The article's stupid. My first thought on reading
Honestly,
that was,
any of them. I also feel like the Assassin's Creed needs to stop being made.
Yeah.
my first thought on reading that was, wow, that's a lot of money to remake a couple of games that weren't that popular, and which are still available and
What?
playable today. And it's like,
Max
wait a
Payne was
second,
not
okay.
that popular.
No, Max Payne was.
Max Payne.
I mean, not Call of Duty popular,
was Final
but
Fantasy on that list?
Final
or
Fantasy
no?
7, that was, and Resident Evil, like those are some of the most popular games ever.
Oh yeah, those ones I can understand. The Max Payne though, I always
Final
felt like Max
Fantasy
Payne was a very
7
niche
Is
game.
one of the most like popular like JRPGs in
Oh,
like
yeah.
in gaming history. Like, so what
I
is this?
just I didn't
talking
hear
about
the
us
other ones. I
talking
just
about?
kind of heard Max
Well,
Payne.
like I said, it's Kotaku, so you know, even if they're becoming self-aware, they're still stupid.
I'm like, how do you say something that dumb? Like, especially about Resident Evil, dude. The amount of people I heard about crying that they wanted a Resident Evil 2 remake, and then when everyone finally got one, they shat their pants because they were like, oh my god, yes, we finally got it. And
It's
as far
all
as
the way
I know,
down there.
everyone. And as far as like I've seen, everyone loves the Resident Evil 2 remake.
We're going the wrong way, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
I never played the original, but yeah, I liked Resident Evil 2, the remake.
I mean, remakes. It depends, obviously. Like, not every game. Like, here's the thing: if we're getting remakes for games that are on the PS3,
We
most
can
of
Well,
the
shoot
time,
down here.
That you want to play them, they might have to. Like, it might be easier to just remake them than to try and port them.
Enemy claims
I think.
zone
I mean, maybe a remake of them would probably.
I sent
it
you the wrong
prob-
way.
Yeah, it
mean to
probably wouldn't
hurt.
be as bad. I don't know, it depends. Because, like, I remember Shadow of the Colossus got a remake, and it was actually kind of nice, because it was, like, the game at its peak potential. Because, like, the original game was PS2 and then PS3.
Yeah, I mean there are games. Okay, I'll put it this way: any game that was meant to be next gen console, like they got put middle, like Black Ops like 4, I think was like middle, where it like messed up the game for half the people that played it. If you want to remake that, sure, whatever, because the intent was there. Older games, meh. They had their time, they had their place.
Did you guys see the Dyson Mask air purifier? Oh yeah, God.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
The
I want to
with
get that. I want to
headphones.
get that for my girlfriend just to mess with her. But it's so expensive. It's like How much did they say it was?
I have no idea.
Some
Can
ridiculous
we get
amount.
can we get one? Can we get those masks from the division?
It's like I think it's like $600 minimum or something.
And they're probably just like a Beats by Dre set
and
or something.
there's no mic on it.
Hmm.
From what I've seen.
Oh, I just thought it looked cool. So,
They do not look cool.
whatever you say, Pete.
Yeah, it is
I'd
what
buy
I
it for someone
say.
as a joke if it was cheaper, or as like a gimmick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is what I say, and they do not look cool. So
I think they look okay. I think they could make it look better.
I think they're ugly.
They
as
won't.
Fuck.
God, this is a little. I hope no one ever sees my phone.
What happened?
I was looking through my. I just made my wallpaper, Ronnie from Elden Ring.
Hey, I don't even blame you.
I hope no one sees that, to be honest, because like
Wow.
Ronnie, a
Goddess.
queen, now what you mean?
Ronnie, fuck Queen Renal, evil bitch. Ronnie's best girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
you saw
exactly.
the meme
Ronnie's
I
the queen.
posted, right, Blue?
Sorry, say that again, JC.
You saw the meme I posted, right?
Yeah,
This is
I
why.
saw
This is
that.
why I hate video games. It appeals to the male fantasy. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
Yeah.
God, I felt that fucking one, to be honest. I'm like, yeah, crying out. I saw that shit and I'm like, what? There's, I started feeling things again and I'm like, fuck is wrong with me? I had to like slap some sense back into me again.
What?
Hey, Blue, is there? I have a question because I've been playing Elden Ring. Is there a different boss in the capital after the first Elden Lord that you're supposed to fight?
Yes, there is. I jumped off by accident, but there is a different boss. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil his name, but you have to like, climb the full tower area. I guess close to the tree.
Okay. I've been trying to figure out where to go for it. I'm just like confused.
Because I assume you fought Godfrey Shadow, right? The first Elden Lord.
The first Elden Lord, yeah, it was easy as shit.
Yeah, you fight him, and then like you go up an entire area, and then but not gonna give spoilers. You fight this other dude, and then
Yeah.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
and you'll get pretty.
Well, we
and then
almost killed.
Have you killed the question? Have you been to the Land of Giants yet, or no?
I've not gotten to the fire giant area yet. No.
Okay, never mind. Because you'll have to go there for a story reason, but I'm not gonna tell you after.
Zone
What?
C lost. Enemy has advantage.
Nor bad, David.
rocket. No, my rocket definitely did not get hit there. That was dumb. Oh, nobody picked those up. Oh.
Also, the Elden Ring, Milena is so hot. Holy shit.
The twin?
No, she's the girl that gives you ruins and like levels you up and shit, and gives you your
yeah.
best boy ever, the best horse ever.
Yeah, just give me a second. I gotta get to the middle. All right, you're good.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Is that kind of depressing for gaming? That it's like the best feature for a game that they added in was a cuddle feature.
I disagree, but that's okay. Do it again. Oh, he's not doing doubles, which is dumb. He's just about to die because of where that dropped.
I don't know. Is that how? Do you think it's unreasonable? I guess.
No.
What?
Okay.
Like Elden Ring has like We're at a point where Elden Ring has to add a cuddle feature, or it did. I don't know technically.
I don't know which one he shot. Is the one next to you lighting up blue?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes. It is good to shoot then.
Oh, the trigger.
I gotta get all the way over, so.
I assume you have Rivers of Blood, right?
Yeah. Rivers of Blood. Yes, I think so.
I recommend trying to get Moonveil next. Moonveil is objectively broken.
Enemy has advantage.
Man, my eyes are fucking killing me.
Man, our damage is lacking.
Zone B.
Yeah, we got past half.
You have advantage. 3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours. Zone C lost. Enemy has zone advantage. You captured Zone A. You have zone advantage.
Fuck.
I don't know where the. Oh, okay, cool. I'm on the opposite side, blue. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I definitely think that there are a lot of things to do in Elden Ring, but you know, no matter how you look at it, you're gonna prefer doing stuff a certain way, and you're gonna prefer certain weapons, and that'll dictate what you do a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's waiting on to.
I also see you don't like using broken weapons like Rivers of Blood and like Moonveil.
I literally am just using the base katana that you spawn in with samurai, and then the blood dagger.
I use my hammer, to be honest. I got this red hammer, legendary weapon.
I really wish this guy knew how to do the double thing, because it makes it so much faster.
But then I'm probably gonna, like I said, I'm probably gonna end up speccing into Magic on another playthrough whenever I start Journey 2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a New Game Plus as soon as I finish this one, and I'm just gonna keep my sets as they are. I'm not gonna mess with them.
I'm reset. I'm probably gonna do Magic now, see if I can completely.
But I mean,
complicate Magic.
right now I'm actually trying to do a middle ground one, if that makes sense. Where like I'm getting my sets to where I can get like base stuff.
That or do like a faith build.
Okay, I've got. Okay, well that's fine. Just get yours in, blue.
Yeah. By the way, if you really want to like, what was it?
Because yours will pop it or should pop it.
If you want to be able to use anything in the game, just get 60 in every stat.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to get like 20 in every stat.
I mean, that's what I'm sort of doing because the farmed ruins, you get like 1,000,000 per hour.
Oh, we need 5 more. That's annoying.
30 seconds remain. Finish them.
I'm gonna die.
Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Go put the 5 in. Yep.
10 seconds. Bring it home, Guardians.
Did y'all not grab it? Dude. Did you not grab any blue?
I did. I got 5. So we deposited 10 total.
I put in. Okay. I was gonna be like, what the hell? We can damage him.
Zones controlled. Targets eliminated. Nice work.
Oh man. Well.
Okay, never mind. We gotta do it one more time.
Get shot up from the shank up top. That's a kill me. I would have killed his ass.
Yeah.
IGN is looking for new freelancers, and they are offering $20 per story.
That's pretty.
Never publish
$20? That's it?
That's it.
That's called gaming
called
journalism
scamming.
in a collapse.
It's a hell of a scam.
Yeah.
$20 per story, and some of those stories are like fucking multi-$1,000, sometimes even $1 million hits. Like, fuck that. $20, they could suck my dick. That's for them to pay me to do that shit. You suck my dick? Okay, yeah, you get $20 for that. Be right back.
Oh, and you guys see this shit about Sam Maggs and the new Ratchet and Clank?
No.
What happened?
Okay, so. Oh god. So this is a Screen Rant article. How Ratchet and Clank's
Are they
rivet
listed?
was saved from being over-sexualized.
Who's sexualizing the fucking dumb cat thing other than furries? Jesus fucking Christ.
I
And
mean, to be
so
fair, Ratchet and Clank
How do
is
you- how do
kind of
you-
sexualized. Just saying.
I mean,
Who's
how do you
doing it
know?
other than like furries?
No, no.
How do
I'm
you-
not
No,
a
no.
furry, but
No.
Blue. How
No,
do you
like the
know they're
gaming
not?
companies
How do
are.
you know? How do you know they're not sexualizing the robot?
of course, my bad. Sorry, I should have.
So,
Just stay over there,
Sam
Blue. Just stay over there.
Mags comes out on Twitter like a week ago, and this is let's not even mention the fights I had to get into and the emails I had to send explaining why we should take the boobs and makeup off Ribbit. So that's how they
Why-
desexualized
here,
her.
dude?
They removed her secondary sexual
So
characteristics.
she's no longer a woman anymore.
And well, no, she's still technically a she. And dude, on the same day, not even
This
a
is
half,
food. We need 5 more.
not even a half an hour later,
Here, Blue. Go get 5 more.
Sam Mags puts out, also Rivet is canonically a lesbian.
And she's not like. I'm so confused.
So thank God we desexualized her. Now hang on real quick while I sexualize her.
It
These
will
people are-
actually just be 5 Blue because he picked up 5.
Yeah,
I
I
had
got 10
25.
just in case. These people are fucking brain dead. Like, how do you?
Me Too movement, man.
I bet IGN pays that person more than $20 a story.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, stop sexualizing this character. Also,
Can damage.
Let me draw specific attention to the sexuality of this character, which, by the way, is in no way,
Not
shape, or form.
sexualized.
Well, no, in no way, shape, or form is it necessary to know for the plot. It's not. She says it's canon, but it's only canon because they say it is.
Headcanon.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like it's in the game that that she's a lesbian. And it's totally irrelevant to playing the game or the plot of the game or any of that.
Yeah, literally nobody cares.
oh no! If you
Except
say
for
that,
them.
lesbians don't exist. If you say that,
Ooh,
no.
I got that attunement eyes, Luna.
I said I don't care, which means I don't care.
Here's the
Also-
thing, though.
Well, if she wants to suck a
KW.
feminine penis, that's on her.
All right, sorry,
course.
Blue. You gotta go do it. I don't know what to tell you.
What?
Sure, Jack Dorsey's available.
Or Rosie Run.
All right, thank you very much, Blue. That was helpful.
No problem. I fucking hate you.
Oh, I love how
Yeah.
Elon Musk is now the largest shareholder of Twitter now, by the way.
Yeah. And people are like,
Yes,
wait till
dude,
he
have you seen the
becomes new-
reactions?
Yeah.
people are like, wait till he becomes new CEO.
People are quitting.
I say good.
Okay.
Clear the rats
Yep.
out.
Your terms are acceptable.
You don't like freedom of speech? Peace the fuck out, dog. That's simple.
I might actually come back this time.
No. If Elon like takes over Twitter and then does a whole new thing where he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna have everyone who is banned just unbanned for the most part. I don't
Well,
care
unfortunately, he
what
does not have a majority of the shares. He's only
He
got
has
like
9%.
It's like 9.2 or something.
The
It's
pro-
just he is the
also, like,
largest. He has the
He
largest
has the largest share.
stake.
when
Yeah.
it comes to Twitter, like buying Twitter, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's like a fully good idea because of like what if because I think Twitter's a dying platform to be honest. So
You're not wrong.
So like
It's
I don't know
like-
if this is a good investment, and also like when people talk about the next big social media platform, it
Well,
isn't
you know-
gonna be something like Twitter.
You know
or
how
Facebook.
much
It's-
you know how much they make on the business side, right? They make a lot. A lot of people
YouTube
purchase
has-
into
Well,
the-
it's the ads. It's the ads.
No. You can actually purchase a package from them that's like in the hundreds of dollars to promote your shit, regardless of how bad or how good it is. You can gain a pretty good following just by buying into the ad space on Twitter.
Yeah,
Twitter makes a lot of money doing that.
I consider
Shit.
that ads, by the way.
Well, I mean, yeah, yes, like, but it's not the same. I mean, it is the same thing, but it's not in the sense that like a personal person versus a person themselves versus a company. You know what I mean? That's what I was kind of looking at it. I mean, yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
concept,
I mean,
but like
you're
it's
still,
still
buying into it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
ads. You're still paying for ads. You're still paying to put out ads. Whether it's for personal gain or for, business, like a company, like in the end, it's no different, really. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a small difference, but the difference is like minimal. I'm not gonna lie. Who was it that said that in the group Discord? One sec. I gotta find it real quick.
on the what?
The anime room. For the
Oh, it's almost a bad opinion by anime.
No. The Rising of the Shield hero, Wolfie. When he said that there was season 2, I immediately went, "Oh shit, let's go!"
Could not care less about Rising of the Shield Hero.
I'll still watch it, but
I love
Kagi has got season 3, baby.
Devil's a part-timer. Now that I'm excited about.
Okay, I don't like fucking slice of life shows. To be fair,
It's action.
Nah, Kagi is more than a slice of life show. It's a work of art.
it's still a slice of life. That doesn't change.
No, it's based.
It is a based version of a slice of life. That does not change either.
Fuck.
How's those Valorant games going, Didge?
Oh, I'm just fucking around. I'm just working on my tracking in deathmatch.
That's fair. How'd your matches go earlier though?
I'm working on my one taps.
Fair. Oh, by the way, anybody have any recent Steam or just games in general that have dropped that they've been excited about?
No. Nothing right now.
I was excited about Chrono Cross, but apparently it's a super fucking shitty port.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, someone is streaming it. Someone I follow on Twitch streaming it, and yeah, I saw some frame drops. It won the won the combats.
Can I just say, I think it's hilarious that they're finally putting Call of Duty games on sale.
Yeah, right.
Like they have Black Ops 3 at like $20 right now with
Still
like
too expensive.
I assume all of it. Well, I think it has like the Zombies Chronicle
Still too expensive.
stuff, so it has like all the zombie stuff, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Which is great if you enjoy that.
there was also we lost Blue. Where'd he go?
Blue Leaf.
He was not here
If
anymore.
he's going to bed.
Well,
What's going on?
did he leave?
I
Did he
think
go to
he's
bed?
I don't
Who?
know, maybe. That's my guess.
Who?
Blue.
Okay, he's back.
Oh, there he is. Did anybody see the leak of the 5800 X3D
For what?
The what?
AMD? The new AMD processor, the 5800 X3D with
No.
3D cache.
No.
Okay. So apparently somebody who got their hands on one, because everybody's under NDA right now for the official things. So there's no official
drop,
yeah. But somebody who got their hands on one did a test with Tomb Raider Shadows of something or other or
Shadows of
something
the
like that.
Colossus,
No, not
probably.
Shadow. That's not a Tomb Raider, right?
Oh, it's all Tomb Raider game.
It's a
Yeah,
Tomb yeah. It's a Tomb Raider game. I can't remember which one. Probably one of the, if not the newest one, then like the second newest one. But they
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
maybe
It's the
Apparently what it's
last
called.
one, yeah.
That's apparently what it's called.
okay.
Rise is the second one.
They did a test comparing it to the 12900KS 720p to totally CPU bind the game, and the 5800 X3D was 15% faster.
A 3080.
No, 5800 X3D. It's a CPU.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Then,
Yeah.
Then what though?
12900KS. Intel's top of the line consumer chip.
It's dope.
Now, again, we don't have any confirmation. Although, usually people don't lie too much about stuff like that, but and we don't have the benchmark suites yet because none of the the official
'Cause you
guys are
can't
all
officially-
right. They're
yeah.
all under NDA, so we'll have to wait, see if that holds true for just a few games or a bunch of games or whatever. But this is at least a good sign that 3D cache system is one hell of a speed boost. And once they sort some of the problem, because like they've disabled, it's the only chip they've done it with Ryzen, but they've disabled overclocking on it because of heat and voltage issues. They haven't been able to work out one because the cache sits right on top of the CPU silicon.
What's that game that they use to benchmark everything? Because like it has the ability to like completely crash computers.
Ashes of Singularity.
Maybe. I can't remember what it's called.
No Crisis. Can't ever.
Crisis.
I mean, that's
it is
one.
Crisis. Crisis is one of the ones that they do.
Yep. But yeah, once they sort out those issues with the 3D cache and then get it on one of the newer chips coming out, that'll be DDR5 and all that. Oh boy, that's gonna be one hell of a fucking processor.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, when you say 3D, what do you mean? Like 3D rendering in games, or do you mean like 3D?
No. Okay, so
Because it's different depending on which version of 3D you mean.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
you're misunderstanding.
I am. That's why I'm asking.
It's a hardware thing. So normally, right, you get your silicon chip, and all of the parts of the silicon chip are all etched onto the same piece of silicon, right? So they're all next to each other.
Yes.
Core, and right next to that's the cache, and then next to that's this and that and the other. Okay. With 3D cache, they literally put a second silicon chip, wafer, whatever, on top of the CPU, the CPU die. That's just cache, and then they connect it to the CPU die with, I don't know how exactly they do it, but some way, shape, or form. They connect it to the CPU die, which allows them to. I mean, it's an enormous amount of cache. Right, like fucking 10 times maybe what you would normally be able to put on a chip, just because that it's the whole second
Extra
piece
availability
exactly, and it's super fast because it's got all the connections directly to the CPU, in parallel, right? Can connect to the CPU in a bunch of different places, so you can get a lot of bandwidth for it. And this is great for gaming because some of the for both pile driver bulldozer / pile driver and Zen, some of the biggest IPC instructions per clock gains, which is basically raw performance outside of core clock, right? So if you get a 10% IPC boost from one chip to the next, but the clock speed doesn't change, you still get 10% better instruction performance.
Gotcha.
And a lot of the IPC boosts that happened both, like I said, with Piledriver and Bulldozer and with Zen, because Zen, like even from the 1700X or 1800X all the way up to the 5800X, the core clock speeds didn't really increase all that much, right? We've gone up about a gigahertz and some change.
Yeah.
And even then, that's iffy, right? Because a lot of them, they won't boost past like 5 gigahertz, and you could get like 4.1 or 4.2 on a 1700 or 1800. But they were getting 15% IPC boosts between, like, say, Gen 1 and Zen 1, Zen 2, 1700 to 2700. Even though the core clock speed only went up like 150 megahertz or something like that. Certainly not a 15% increase in clock speed. So a lot of that came because they were increasing both the size and the speed of the cache. And that's, for games, that's really important, because with games, a lot of what games require is an enormous amount of very small instructions and calculations, and that all use a ton of different variables, data, points, stuff like that, right? Which means, as it's constantly doing all this different stuff, if you don't have enough cache, which you never have enough cache, right? Theoretically, if you could,
Yeah.
you'd want infinite. And it doesn't have something, well, it's got to toss something that it hasn't it tosses the thing it used the longest ago, and then retrieves the new thing from the memory, and then that just keeps cycling, right? Well, the more cache you have, the more stuff you can keep in the cache, which means the less often it has to go into the RAM, toss something out and grab whatever it needs out of the RAM, which vastly increases performance, because the cache is enormous, stupid fast compared to RAM, even though RAM is really fast. So yeah, I'm super excited. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get one, because like I just don't have that kind of money laying around, and even if it is, say it's even a 15% performance boost across the board, between a 5800X 3D and the regular 5800X, I just don't have the kind of money to spend on that. But definitely when they start coming out with 6,000 or 7,000 Ryzen chips with 3D cache, and they've got the overclocking and stuff sorted, that'll be tits, man. I can't fucking wait. Intel, you've not been doing the greatest during Ryzen regardless. I know the 12900 it finally topped.
Yeah.
I mean, it took him, like, the price sucks, the power draw sucks, the heat sucks, like everything that people hated, quote unquote, about AMD chips for several generations is now true of Intel. But they did take the top spot away from AMD in a lot of games with the 12900.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it is what it is,
But hey, competition. This is why competition is great. So
Yeah,
well,
Intel got lazy and
I'll put it this way:
overconfident.
it's good at any time, right? Like, competition is good anytime, but in competitive markets like this, it's just good for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, because when it was Bulldozer and Piledriver, Intel didn't have to innovate. They just came out with a new chip every year that just gave a 2% increase to clock speed. Yep, charged an extra $100 for it, and they did that for fucking 8 years or whatever it was. Finally, Ryzen kicked them in the ass, and they had to start coming up with new shit. So hopefully this and the 6000 series, which I believe is this year, but they've pushed it back some.
Probably.
Hopefully that'll put them back on their toes, so they've got to actually do something.
No, it should.
So hardware is going to be interesting for this year.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
plus
Blue.
They still have
7,000.
they still have the graphics card to worry about.
Oh, that yeah. And the 7,000 AMD GPUs are coming out pretty soon too.
No, that's fair.
Crazy.
And they just
Hey,
I've got an article up about the new Epic Genoas.
hey, Blue. This split
What's
ends
up?
in 2 weeks for ranked in league.
Wait, is this split?
Yeah, it's a split. So your rank won't change, but you get like split reward type of thing.
What does that mean? I'm so sorry. I'm like actually stupid, but
So okay, you know when you play ranked, how there's that like thing at the bottom that gives you like
yeah.
SP? Yeah, that's basically what changes. That's about it. But you're like split rank, like I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's just saying you're halfway through the season.
So the new Epic
Oh, and we get
Genoa,
challenges in 12-9, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
the top level Genoa chip is the 7005 Turin. It has it's not coming until 2023, but it's going to have 256 cores, 512 threads, 12 channel DDR5 up to 6,000. Its fucking TDP is 600 watts.
What's TDP?
That's it's not a perfect measure, but it's a standardized measure of heat dissipation necessary. It's a fairly decent indicator between the same manufacturer of how much power it takes. So, like, you know, if a Ryzen chip that's 125 TDP takes 100 watts at the board, and they come out with another one that's 250, then it'll probably take about 200 watts at the board. But yeah, 600 watts, dude. Okay, that's probably that's like at least 450 watts of power necessary for the chip itself. And then the 7004 that's coming 2022, 12 chiplets, 96 cores, 192 threads. They don't have a max clock yet, but probably somewhere around 4.2. That's what the rest of them are all around there. A meg of level 2 cache per core, 32 megs of level 3 cache per core.
I mean, let's be real. It's more than most people are ever gonna need.
Oh, dude, that's that's server chips right there. Like that's a whole fucking. You could do a dual Xenon rig and not even come close to that, because like I think the biggest Xenons they make are like 32 core, 64 thread.
Yeah, but you get my point. You know, it's more than any individual could need.
Fucking ridiculous, man. You should see the socket and the board for this thing. 6 RAM slots on each side of the socket. The socket itself is just fucking enormous. Ugh. Yeah, so that'll be cool. All right. Anybody got anything last minute?
I'm good.
No? Anything to look out for?
No.
Anything you're excited about?
Sex. I'm pretty excited about sex.
Don't buy any Zuck bucks. Don't ever buy Zuck bucks.
Yeah, pretty much that.
I know the NFT scandals have been going through the roof.
Oh yeah.
The big fucking numbers have been hitting. Like all those guys that were doing like the anime NFTs and shit. They're all being fucking investigated and jail time for 20 years of their life.
Yep.
Why are there scandals for nice fucking titties? I don't get it.
I don't either, man. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Smash like channel because she's a dirty hoe. Hit subscribe because she's into that shit. Share and
That's like chanophobic.